Dunedin. Cold outside, warm at the Edgar Centre though. Looking forward to this one. Round 13 action coming your way. Sky Broadband Rapid League first up, and the NZNBL not too far away. The Nuggets and the Whai. Desperate times, these two teams trying to move right on up over the closing rounds of season 2024. Speaking of moving right on up, Casey Frank, good afternoon to you.
Afternoon to you, Justin. Warm inside the Edgar Centre. Are you just trying to set the scene for the fans? Because it is not that warm in here.
It's always cool, isn't it, when we come to town? There's Jaden Boucher just sneaking in over the back there, getting ready to go. He was very good on Friday night against the Sharks. Sky Broadband Rapid League ladder. This is how it sits at the moment. Nuggets in 5th, the Whai in 9th. The Nuggets have won their last 3.
They've been playing some good basketball. The Whai have just got back on the good side of the trot as well. But as important as the wins and losses are, it's all about scoring. Both teams need big numbers today to try and stay in the lace in the Sal's OBL.
Well, the Whai are on the southern swing. Let's have a look at their starters here this afternoon as the two teams prepare to do battle. They're in the pink, of course. Masters, Lewis, Boucher, McBurney, Griffin, and Hopoi. That's how they'll line up. Carter Hopoi's in a little bit of form.
Playing very well. His athleticism, his sense of court is improving as of late. But looks like he got bumped out of the starting lineup. That a late change. Jet Thompson's in there.
Starters for the Nuggets are he, Smiler, Aitchison, Piper, and Coleman. There's young Eli McLennan bringing the ball out. Don't know where the ball is. While he does that, let's have a look at the Chemist Warehouse head-to-head for this one this afternoon.
And now we take a look at that form. The Nuggets playing a little bit better as of late, but the leading scorer is Aitchison, who's been on a tear as of late. Tatui Lewis can always get hot. The key clash coming off the bench, it's going to be Carter Hopoi against the size of Robbie Coleman.
Yeah, looking forward to that one. Carter Hopoi in great form on Friday night against the Sharks. Coin officials for this one, Corey Hogg, Hamish Dale, and Leo Shaw. Just about set to go, round 13 action in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. Matt Piper, Akiva McBurney Griffin, great to see him back playing here in New Zealand. A late season recruit for the Tauranga Whai, and we're just about set to go. Nuggets in the yellow, Whai in the pink, and the visitors get first possession.
I just want to see whoever's got off to a great first fast start. It's a bit cold in the gym. It's important for the Whai to get that out of their mind and get going quickly.
Well, this is the man that can do it. Tatui Lewis, his first shot of the afternoon.
Nice action, got him a really clean look after that weak side double. But no activity on the offensive board, so Nuggets coming the other way. Piper
hands it off to Ahi. First opportunity for the Nuggets today. Indecision, tough pass. Coleman, shot clock at 4, has to fire away. Deep 2 goes down. In fact, it's a 3.
Excellent use of that jab step and fool Marsters. They're thinking you might drive, but straight to bombs away. Hitting a big one early.
McBurney Griffin, tough shot from that position. Aitchison just clutches it with the one arm.
Look at the speed with which he's pushing the ball up the court, straight to the cup. The N1 opportunity is coming his way. No accounting for Josh Aitchison when he's pushing the pace like that.
Loves to count the numbers, doesn't he? There he is, Josh Aitchison, the accountant by day, the basketballer by Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, Sunday afternoon, some nights, you know, he's got a lot of hoops in him. Whenever hoops are available, he's getting in there.
Been in a bit of form as well through this Sky Broadband Rapid League.
He's been killing in the Rapid League. Had a huge game earlier this week against the Auckland Tuatara, where he's dominant offensively in double figures, and I look to expect he's doing to do that again today.
Converts from the Chemist Warehouse. Jet Thompson draws contact. That one goes down.
And straight through Piper. He came off the worst for wear on that one. Look at that hard drive. He drops that shoulder right in the chest, and Piper actually kind of lands awkwardly there. Glad to see he's come out without injury, but excellent body control and concentration by Jet Thompson to take that contact, get it up on the rim, and unfortunately couldn't finish the three-point play.
Really found his feet this year. Jet Thompson played previously with the Franklin Bulls, spent some time in Australia as well. He's certainly become a key player for this Whai team.
I like the angle. Switching that on-ball screen. Now the mismatch inside. Can they get it to Coleman inside?
Ahi for 3. A little bit too deep. Coleman keeps it alive. Straight back to Aitchison. Oh, banks it in.
And he and Robbie Coleman share a look. That mismatch Coleman couldn't take advantage of on the offensive end, but he got the offensive board because of the size advantage he had.
Hot start for the Nuggets. They come up with another stop. They're on the move again with some numbers. He goes it alone, puts it down.
You know, they are being very aggressive on the rim right now, and Tauranga is really struggling to get back in transition and slow them down.
Can they respond? Thompson. Boucher down low, McBurney Griffin. Double, yeah, straight away, Case.
There's no time whatsoever. An excellent recognition there. We had Joe Ahi in that mismatch with Akiva McBurney Griffin in the floor, and then Caleb Smiler knows immediately on that pass away, I'm coming down, we're taking away his ability to attack you in that one-on-one matchup. As Jaden Boucher heads to the bench, as does Jed Thompson. And in comes Carter Hopeboy and Greensel, Mario Greensel as well.
He's got the ball right now. Hopeboy had 14 points against the Sharks on Friday night. Carter Hopeboy really like what this young man is doing. On that occasion, he can't keep control of it. In fact, the Whai defeated the Sharks on Friday night down in Invercargill by 4. It was their first win, Casey, in 7 games of the Sky Broadband Rapid League.
Well, the format of the game goes that way. If you let teams get up on you early, as the Whai have again today, it is tough to come back from things. They did a better job of that one of getting up early, but they still have the firepower to make this one interesting.
Piper steps around. Matt Piper, handy.
Nice footwork. The drive was cut off, but that step through and the finishing ability stretches this to an 11-point lead.
And of course, it's a different looking Nuggets team in the Rapid League. They come up with it again. Matt Bardsley and Darcy Knox both starting in the Sal's this afternoon. Aitchison.
Well, this Whai team looks like they are still adjusting to the temperature, but the Nuggets are not there, playing hot.
Big start. McBurney Griffin, here they come again on the run, the Nuggets, playing up-tempo.
Really like the speed with which they're playing. You mentioned the up-tempo, but the rim attacks are where it's at.
Coleman draws the foul. He's off to the Chemist Warehouse. This is a hot start. Out by 13.
And they're just really peppering the rim. Yes, they've hit a couple of shots from deep, but their concentration is to bend that defense on the interior first. This we see that really nice read by Smiler, creating the turnover, getting to Aitchison for the finish in transition. Next time down is Robbie Coleman, one-on-one from the top. Hit a 3 earlier, couldn't hit that one from the Chemist Warehouse though.
There's young Carter Hopeboy. Lots of colleges throughout the States looking at him at the moment. Last time these two teams met, the Nuggets got home by 6. Robbie Coleman and Josh Aitchison had their fingerprints all over that win. They've both started well here this afternoon. Lewis, the excitement machine, sends it out. Boucher from deep. Oh, hello, Jaden.
Well, that was originally for Tatui Lewis coming off on that double. It was well defended, but that defense enabled Jaden Boucher to have a wide open look on the wing. Extra pass makes it happen.
He did some really good things against the Sharks a couple of nights ago, Jaden Boucher. He's a competitor, just like the old man. That one's come off a foot. 6.6 to play in the opening quarter here, belonging to the Nuggets this afternoon.
Well, it was just 4.9 on the shot clock, but with that kick, it gets reset, so the Nuggets can use the full 6.6 if they want to.
Smiler to Coleman.
Pass.
Great cut, great pass. Unable to finish, Piper. Late chance here to Tui Lewis on the run. That one doesn't go down. And that'll do us for the opening quarter this afternoon in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. Hot start, Casey, for the Otago Nuggets. They lead by 11.
And they missed 1 shot, or 2 shots, sorry, 6 for 8 from the field. Just Joe Ahi and Matt Piper missing that last shot of the game. Josh Aitchison leading the way, 8 points on 3 for 3 shooting, while Robbie Coleman is combining things on the interior. 4 points, 3 rebounds. I love the pace that the Nuggets are playing with, and I love that aggressiveness as well.
Doug Courtney with the whiteboard, addressing the team. FIBA starter, $30 a month for the first 3 months. It is an absolute beauty, this one, but you better be quick. Offer ends June 30. T's and C's apply. skybroadband.co.nz. Get yourself some Sky Broadband FIBA starter case.
June 30. We only got a week left on that bad boy.
Hurry up, hurry up.
Love some fiber. I download a lot of stuff. Actually, I don't. I just mostly stream basketball.
I'll tell you what I'm interested in at the moment.
What's that?
Free fuel.
Then why not? Why wouldn't you be? It is a spinner. But if you use that QR code, download the Waitomo app, use that to purchase some fuel, you could be in to win. Free fuel, other great prizes are in there.
Is that cow still up for grabs?
Let's hope so.
I like that.
You love a side of beef, don't you, Justin? you seem like a guy who'd be in on the home kills if you weren't living in a Wellington apartment.
You know me way too well, Casey Frank. It's scary. Second quarter underway. Did you just say home kills?
The home kill. You gotta give me a little bit of home kill.
You're a farmer from way back. Second quarter underway. Love to see you out on the land, Casey. Aitchison. Oh, did well there.
Look at this guy, up in the double digits. Perfect from the field. And they have got to find a way to account for him on the court right now. I'd get the ball out of his hands any way you could.
Hopoi spinning, nowhere to go. Thompson.
I just can't find anything on the interior. Everything's dependent on that jump shot, which just is not falling.
Aitchison with the block. Look at Piper get after it. Everywhere at the moment. Hopoi can hit a three and does.
Well, they love that spot on the court. That is where Jaden Boucher hit his triple. Now Carter Hopoi hits one, showing he doesn't just have to do it around the rim. He's got that skill from the perimeter as well.
He hit a couple of big threes in the Sal's NBL against the Sharks 48 hours ago. Here's Coleman. Smiler swings it out to Aitchison, the man running hot right now, leaves that short, gets after it. He's going to go back to work here. Sends it out through hands. Smiler draws the foul.
Before the shot, so that one will be possession on the baseline. Josh Aitchison finally misses one, but gets his shot back. He is still at 10 points, 2 rebounds. He's got a couple of blocks as well. He is putting together an all-around performance.
Huge Sal's NBL game this afternoon here in Dunedin. Both teams need to win to stay in contact. Speaking of contact, Aitchison goes down. He's off to the Chemist Warehouse for 3.
Well, he is just enabling himself to find the ball in a myriad of ways. That time, Akiva McBurney Griffin challenges a little bit too closely. Doesn't allow that clean landing zone. So Aitchison is off to the Chemist Warehouse for 3. And a chance to get to 21 points, which is an explosive scoring quarter for a squad that did get the win earlier this week, but wasn't able to do it in the same kind of dominant fashion that they're playing with right now.
How good has he been? Aitchison just seems a level above right now, doesn't he?
He's playing excellent basketball. He really is. Those free throws notwithstanding. He does get one of the 3, but you know, he's playing with a lot of confidence, especially in the Rapid League, and he's also extremely confident. That confidence is lending itself to the Sal's NBL as well, as the Nuggets show up in a 1-2-2 zone to make things interesting.
Out by 10. Fry just searching for answers. Maybe Thompson. Yes, that helps.
Same spot. Just shoot the ball from there, Tauranga, because that is where you guys are hot from. You are 3 of 3 from that wing and 1 of 8 from everywhere else.
Midway through the second quarter here, Sky Broadband Rapid League round 13 action. Benji Freeman.
Oh, Kevin McBurney Griffin just takes his eye off Benji Freeman at the wrong time. A beautiful skip pass by Aitchison to set that one up.
We were saying pre-game, Casey, haven't seen a lot of Benji this season.
Bit surprised. You know, I love his skill set. You know, he is dealing with a couple of injuries, but he's the kind of guy that can ignite a team when they need that kind of motivation.
Ahi, aggressive. He will be rewarded with a trip to the Chemist Warehouse. Joe Ahi, another player that's battled some injuries the last couple of years. Great to see him up and firing now.
And this foul called on McBurney Griffin as he's sliding over. Clean rip by Jet Thompson there. But the foul called on McBurney Griffin.
Winners so far in the Sky Broadband Rapid League this round. Nuggets got the win over the Tuatara going back to Wednesday night. Got home by 10. Hawks over the Saints by 5. Fi beat the Sharks by 4. Rams 12 points to the good over the Saints yesterday. And last night, the Giants in a thriller, top team, defeated the Jets by 1. Corner ball, Masters for 3, raining triples.
Well, the Trey ball is keeping them in the game right now. They are 4 for 7 from behind the arc and 1 for 4 from the inside of it. Got to stay looking for those perimeter opportunities.
Smiler, nowhere to go, turns it over. Boucher came off his leg. Got it back though, just stole it away from Matt Piper. Masters, sneaky look at a three, takes it inside, can't finish. Oh, McBurney Griffin had a chance.
Well, he timed that tip really nicely, just a little bit too much strength on the tap in, leaving a nice opportunity wanting for the fly in transition.
Oh, he turns the corner, everyone just left him alone. Tall timber, Hawkboy.
A nice combination by the two bigs for the five there. First McBurney Griffin with the challenge, and then Hawkboy with the rebound and grab.
Speaking of things opening up, Jet Thompson just showing some aggression right now.
I like that quick attack before the Otago Nugget defense can get set. They haven't had a lot of perimeter or penetration going. 8-second call.
And that's Jet Thompson, that man laying on the floor right now, scores at one end and applies the pressure coming back the other way.
One-man press, singular effort there. First gets the finish, stays up, makes it hard, and that's the kind of defensive impact he can have in the Rapid League. Take a look at the drive first. Just a little hesitation. Nice knockaway by Piper, but no defense at the rim. And then he's able to turn that defensive parlay into another turnover.
And he goes again. Caleb Smiler says, not on my watch.
That was an angry block. But next time, maybe just grab that one.
Margin at 8.
Volleyball spiked that bad boy. Thomas Abercrombie would be proud of that.
He would be. Good afternoon to Tom. I think he's on the comms later today for the Bulls in the Airs. That's a big one as well. Thompson doing it all right now, although time has beaten them on this occasion.
Yeah, unfortunate miss there by the Phi. Not knowing exactly how much time they had left. Thompson thinking he could get off one more pass, but that keeps this as an 8-point lead. They've done a lot of work to get it back into this game. Would be a bit of a moral victory for the Nuggets to get back to 10 before the half.
Aitchison's been the star, hasn't he? 12 points in this opening half. Smiler. Robbie Coleman leaves it short on the iron, and that'll do us. So halftime here this afternoon in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. And it's the home team leading this one by 8. And they have got out on a dash, led by Josh Aitchison.
Well, I've been pretty impressed by the way that he's played today. 4 of 5 from the field, doing it from inside, doing it from outside, but there are a couple of stats that are really advantage, bigger than it sounds because of the shortness of the games.
No jams yet, but there's a beauty of a jam from Sal's this week, available till next Tuesday. There's the code Sal's Jam, 25% off, Casey. Any large pizza, anything.
And you know my theory on this one, Justin.
Yeah, 2 free slices.
You go for the most expensive one. What is the most expensive pizza you have, Sal's? I want that because that gives me the biggest break. Just 4 seconds away from the end of halftime, but these teams are ready. They are out there with plenty of time to go. And I wonder if it's going to see a little momentum shift coming back the other direction. Are the Phi nice and lubed up and warm now? Are they ready to match the intensity the Nuggets had in that first half?
Well, what would the message have been at halftime for the Phi?
Well, number one, get back in transition. Take away those easy opportunities, make it hard for them in the half court. And 2, let's get something going to the rim. Can't depend completely on the three-point shot.
Aitchison just reaching in there with the foul. 12 points in the opening half for Josh Aitchison. There he is, leading scorer this season for the Nuggets in the Rapid League. McBurney Griffin searching, hands it off to Greensel, provides some cover for the young man.
They are raining triples here in Dunners today, cutting that lead to 5. Greensel with his second of the ball game. They are at 63% now, 5 for 8 from deep.
Here's Aitchison. Inside, outside, sends it to Smiler. Spinning back. Oh, that deserved a basket, Caleb Smiler.
He did all the work, but I think didn't realize there was going to be 2 giants in there contesting that, making it a bit more difficult than had he juked the defense out.
Yeah, 5 got some real size on the floor at the moment with Kana Hopoy and Akiva McBurney Griffin. Jaden Boucher no slouch either. Matt Piper with the foul.
Tui Lewis yet to get himself going, which is a concerning sign there if you're an Otago Nuggets fan, because the 5 have been able to claw their way back into this ball game with shots like this from Maiora Greensel. And once the Tui Lewis gets going, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to defend this 5 squad.
He had 11 against the Sharks on Friday night. Here he is. Lewis pulls up the dribble. Smiler right there with him. Here is young Greensel. Yes!
5 straight points for the young fella coming in off the bench and igniting this 5 offense, who is now in a winnable position.
Oh, what a Greensel. A couple of big plays from him. And look at this. They're right back in it. Staring down the barrel. They're back in the fight. Putting some pressure on. Oh, McBurney Griffin, maybe a late whistle there.
Yeah, I think that's on the box out, not on the shot, and it is. McBurney Griffin just getting into the back of Robbie Coleman on that opportunity. Nice screen by Coleman, creating that advantage. McBurney Griffin comes in, but it wasn't, sorry, McBurney Griffin, it was Tui Lewis shoving Robbie Coleman out of the way. Good effort. You love that as a guard. You don't mind that kind of work, even if you do get a foul.
Boucher meets Coleman. Boucher wins.
And the 5 swarm in the glass right now. Nice to see them control that aspect of the game after losing that category early.
Greensel on the move, sends it out. Look out to Tui Lewis. A long look at it. And he's off to the Chemist Warehouse for 3. I spoke about this on Friday night, Casey. For mine, Tom Vodanovic and Tui Lewis are the 2 players in the competition who do exactly this the most. They get fouled on a 3-point shot.
Yeah, I think, you know, when you're talking about Tom Vodanovic, it's because you have to be concerned with the drive as well. And he's got that quick release, so when you're trying to react to that, you can get under his feet. And to Tui Lewis, he's just so twitchy. He can bait you into certain things. You know, you're just bringing this question on me, the comparison. I can't think of anybody off the top of my head who's any better at that. Maybe Ethan Rusbatch. He had some big ones last year. He certainly has that ability to bait players into fouling him when he's getting those jumpers off. But these are 2 of the best that you mentioned.
Looking to tie it up to Twitchy Lewis. Puts it down, 24 apiece.
And Twitchy scoring ability, and all of a sudden he's getting going now. Every player for the 5 has scored up to this point except for Akiva McBurney Griffin.
He's the one that you said to look out for, Lewis. And he's right there again, getting after it. Aitchison somehow comes out of that debacle, and now he's fouled.
It's Tui Lewis there. Just needs to depend on the defense's second line to defend that. Akiva McBurney Griffin has great length, was going to make that a difficult make for Josh Aitchison. Tui Lewis gets a little greedy, wants to challenge it, wants the block. Doesn't get the ball, but does get the arm, so he sends Aitchison off to the Chemist Warehouse stripe for 2.
Super Sunday in the Sal's NBL case. Nuggets and the Fire this afternoon. Do or die for both of those teams?
I think so. I think it'll either be not enough, it'll be too many losses for the Fire when I think they get to that point, and not enough wins for the Nuggets when they get to that point, especially when you're going to have to start talking about countback and the advantage that the Nelson Giants have in that area. So for me, the team that loses today's game, I would feel pretty safe in scratching them out of the postseason chase.
And what a matchup tonight. Andrew Mulligan, Tom Abercrombie looking after you for the big one between the Bulls and the Airs. And the Airs down a few players. Piper gets up strong off the glass. Ahi there, unable to put it back in. And look at Tui Lewis up with some speed.
Good defense in transition by the Nuggets to stop that break despite being outnumbered.
Masters.
Whew. They are hot.
Wow.
60% from deep. They've doubled up the Nuggets from behind the arc now. 6 for 10 compared to 3 to 5 for the Nugs.
Sander Masters has hit a couple from downtown this afternoon. Aitchison.
Beautiful hand by Jet Thompson there.
Is there a foul in there? Oh. Certainly the Phi thought so, but they've lost possession here as well.
I appreciate Caleb Smyer with the point in possession arrow after this one's lost. Look at this little hand by Jet Thompson. Just rips him clean. Aitchison gets away with the swipe. And here, I think there was a bit of contact on that one, but not enough to blow that whistle. Goes back to the Nuggets with a chance to tie this one up, or maybe take the lead if they find something from deep.
You give kudos to the coin official there as well. He's taking none of the lip.
Not anymore.
Headed back down the court. See you later. Decisions made. Joe Ahi using his body so well.
Oh, that's a lovely finish with a hand that's closer to the defender. Tough to do normally, but a bit of misdirection with the body creates the opportunity.
Game on, 27 apiece as Boucher misses by a bit.
They hit that one earlier from the same spot on the other side of the court, but this one didn't look as comfortable leaving the hand. A last shot of the quarter coming up now for the Nuggets if they want it.
Let's see what they can do here. Coleman wants Aitchison, runs into Lewis, steps back inside, in good hand in there again. Unlucky Jet Thompson.
Well, a late whistle, much to the chagrin of the 5-5, but the way that ball popped out, I wouldn't be surprised to see some contact on the replay. I was blocked from the activity. And there you see, yeah, that's all arm.
Yep, absolutely.
Jet Thompson he's trying to argue his case on that one, but I don't know. We can't give that guy lie detectors because that is not honesty.
Well, everyone on the Phi bench is going to fail that lie detector test.
Yeah, a lot of arm trying to stretch that one out. Aitchison back to the line. He missed 2 out of 3 earlier. And that lack of form continues. The Nuggets have gotten to the Chemist Warehouse much more often. 11 attempts, but they've only made 6 of them. 55%. In a close game, that comes back to bite you.
And he's missed that one as well. Aitchison 4 of 8 from the Chemist Warehouse this afternoon. If they turned it over here, they have.
Just a little too aggressive there by Connor Hopeboy. Have to understand the time and place of the game. With just 3 seconds left, you're not going to get much of a shot anyway. Just hold possession. Now, a chance for the Nugs to get a great look.
Right on the edge of three-quarter time. Coleman, that one has too much on it. And that'll do us for 3 quarters this afternoon in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. And we are all tied up, 27 apiece. And the dash to the line is going to be an absolute beauty.
An interesting stat right now. Both teams have taken 20 shots and both teams have made 9 of them. But they're doing it in different ways. The Nuggets, 3 from deep. The Tauranga Whai, 6 from deep. Meaning that 6 of the buckets for Otago are coming from inside the arc. And a lot of that activity from the free throw line as well. But just 6 for 12 for there, making this a much closer game than it needs to be.
The 2 coaches giving their instructions ahead of this last quarter. Of course, in the Sky Broadband Rapid League, no coach timeouts during the game. This is the only opportunity they get to have a chat.
Doug Courtney for the Phi and Daniel Vlahoff for the Otago Nuggets doing the coaching. This is when they got to get it all in. Although Matt Lacey's come in to supersede Doug Courtney just a bit with this play. He's like, this is what we're going to run. Let's run this one first. Very interested to see what they come out of this for their first possession, to see if they run what coach wants them to run in the right way to get to the shot that he's looking for.
We mentioned the Bulls in the airs tonight. Casey, 2 teams up in the top 4 at the moment. No Ethan Rusbatch for the Bulls for the airs, though. No Sam Froling, no Mitch McCarron, no Flynn Cameron.
Well, with no Flynn Cameron, that makes things very tough indeed. He was a guy I was expecting to carry a lot of that load coming in. Without him, you got to wonder where are the points going to come from.
Smart tap there. He very clever to Aitchison, who's been fouled, and he's going to head back to the line.
Well, back to the line is maybe the last place he wants to be, because he hasn't found a lot of luck there today. Just 50% from the free throw line, 4 for 8. But after getting fouled on that 3, this will be his second chance with 3 from the stripe.
What about the heads-up play from Joe Ahi?
Little tap pass, getting it to the corner shooter as quickly as possible. Josh Aitchison, a little disappointed in that lack of form in himself, unable to get that measure from 15 feet away.
Well, we know he's an accountant. I hope he isn't working the numbers and the percentages at the moment, because they're not great from the Chemist Warehouse for Josh Aitchison today.
It is struggle street. Occupant Josh Aitchison, 4 for 10 now. making it 5 for 11, 45%. Just slightly worse than his squad's 47 overall, but a lot of that comes from his misses.
Lead by 1. Just over 3 to play this afternoon. Rapid league action, super quick, super fun. Boucher inside, gets the drop.
Nice pass by Marsters there, penetrating pass against the Nuggets defense. That was pretty scrambly, making those drives hard to get around them. Boucher with a strong finish. And now the 1-point lead for the 5, but can they defend on this end is the real question.
Greensel giving away some size to Coman. Pass just finds its way to Piper. Defense scrambling, doing well here, the Phi. Smiler trying to find a way through. He's been called for a hook there, I think.
Looks like it. Yeah, but take a look at it. He gets through, gets that arm around and grabs the hip. Something you might get away with more often than not, but in this case, not right now.
Hopoi spinning back to his left, draws contact. Smart play by the young big. Had 14 points in the Sky Broadband Rapid League on Friday night.
Really nice use of the spin move there to create a little bit of space on the strong defender in Robbie Coman. Now it's his chance to find it from the stripe. Only 4 attempts for the 5 from 15 feet away so far. But that one is good for Connor Hopoi.
He's got such a nice shot, this young man. Travelled, of course, about a month or so ago with the Stephen Adams tour to the US.
And you know, still relatively new to his dedication to basketball. You know, so obviously has an athletic family and a history in basketball with his father being an original breaker.
Well, you were talking to me earlier today about his dad's exploits.
Oh, Dave could hoop. Don't worry about that. Dave Hopoi, he could get it in. A very versatile small forward, was on a lot of very talented teams. As the officiating crew tells the Otago Nuggets bench that we've had enough.
Yeah, Coach Vlahov has just been issued an official warning on the sidelines for the Nuggets. Had plenty to say.
Still got a couple of questions. But that 3-point lead is about to stretch a little further if Jet Thompson can hit, but he short arms that one.
About to take a seat. No, he's not. He's just taking a quick sip and he'll get straight back into it. This has been some sort of a comeback by the Phi. They now lead by 4.
They looked well out of this ball game about 2 minutes in.
Was it 15-2?
It was 15, I believe it was 15-2. But it was the way that it was going that was really not promising for the 5, but they are able to find their energy in the second half especially.
5 wins, 11 losses on the season. They've won just 1 of their last 7 games. The Phi, and they're going to get it back here.
Well, just a completely different defensive mindset from the 5 than we saw in the first half. Early in this game, the Nuggets were penetrating at will, really finding some freedom in transition, and all that has gone away. Now the Phi are connected, they're defending on a stream, a lot of chatter, a lot of physicality without fouling, making it tough for the Nuggets to get that ball in the bucket.
Fan appreciation round, of course, this week and next week. McBurney Griffin goes down hard.
That's bad. That's bad. That's not good at all. This is a young man who struggled with injuries over the last couple of years. That's really unfortunate. You can tell that he just had, that knee just completely gave out when he went to explode. This isn't going to look good. If you don't like it, look away. Unfortunately, just, you can tell immediately. He went to grab it right away. Oh, God, I feel for him, man.
Akiva McBurney Griffin.
He has worked so hard to get himself back into shape. He's essentially has not played.
We'll pull the camera out of that. We'll bring that out.
The last few years at Irvine, at UC Irvine. He's dealt with so many injuries over the last 3 years, and just finally getting his body back into the shape it needs to be. And for him to just, make a normal basketball move and have your body give out on you, it's just such an unfortunate thing. The only hope is, of course, that it's not as serious as the reaction is or it looks right now, but that would not be my guess.
Some concern amongst the Whai, as you would expect.
The thing is this is something he's done before, and he knows what it feels like. So he understands when something gives away in that knee, with that what's going on, and you know, this just the last thing you want to see. Oh man,
Real dampener, no doubt about it. The Whai fought their way back into this game midway through the last, and that's a big blow. Certainly our thoughts are with the keeper, McBurney Griffin. Didn't look good at all, did it? Nuggets and the Whai, Sal's NBL. Do or die for both of these teams as they try and make the final 6 in season 2024. Coming to you live on the home of basketball, Sky Sport. Sky Open this afternoon as well. And then, of course, big one tonight. Can't wait for this. Sky Broadband Rapid League at 5:30, Sal's NBL at 6:30. Bulls and the Airs, two of the teams to watch this season.
The battle of the black and yellow is going to be coming on. The two teams that are still well within that hunt for possibly a top 2 spots, but certainly top 4 spots and home playing games. But still the possibility for both squads to get their hands on home semifinals as well. So a lot to play for both squads, and let's see what's going on down there. It looks like they're just really examining the knee, haven't straightened it out at all yet, haven't tried to move Akiva yet either. We've got the training staffs for both squads out there attending him at the moment. And, yeah, just a concern, really of real concern, of course, is how much time they're taking before he gets off the court. The way they're holding on to the kneecap, you don't want to speculate of what the injury could be, but certainly looks like something that is going to take some time to recover from.
Yeah, surrounded by the medicos at the moment. Round 13 action, of course, in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. We've just got to stop in play here with the keeper McBurney Griffin going down with what looks like a nasty left knee or leg injury. Gives us a chance quickly to have a chat about the Sky Broadband Rapid League ladder. Look at the Giants up on top. They were tested last night against the bottom team, believe it or not. A 1-point thriller. The Giants missing a couple of stars, of course, but they move on their merry way. 14 wins, 3 losses. They have been fantastic to watch, these young players.
But what really matters in this one is the points percentage, and that's another area that the Nelson Giants have absolutely dominated the Rapid League this season. You look at that, 126%, essentially meaning they've scored 26% more points than the opposition, and that's giving them a real advantage when it comes to the chase for the final 6 in the Sal's NBL, where they are in the catbird seat now for that final spot.
It'll certainly help them. There's Phil Carr, big game for him this afternoon. He's been one of the real warriors for the Tauranga Whai this season. He comes out and fires up this afternoon. Look out, this Whai team, of course, in their inaugural season, they are the new kids on the block, and they still are a chance to make the final 6.
Now we've brought the wheelchair out now, which yeah, the chairs on the wheelchair is now on the court. They've got a couple of towels for him to try and make it comfortable.
It's a big blow, isn't it? Of course, he's only just been back a few weeks.
I just feel so badly for the young man. He's worked so hard to get himself back onto the court and playing. And we're just now lifting him up on. There's Matt Lacey.
Well, of course, Matt Lacey, of course, coach of the Tauranga Whai, season 2024, new into the competition. And we asked him before today's game, what's it all about? Making the final 6 or setting strong foundations for the future?
Yeah, look, I think, you know, we're in a competitive sport, and, you know, would be lying if there wasn't an element of, you know, on-court winning as success, and so that's certainly there. But you know, we're the only team that is new this year, right? And 10 teams have been doing this for a few years, many for a lot longer, and so we've got to keep that in perspective and understand that, you know, good things do take time, and you know, there's a review process to go through. But I'm really pleased with the group of guys that we've got. and you know, just how they're coming about their work every day and competing hard as a group, and trying to make the most of some of the you know, clear deficits we have inside. You know, size-wise we're a little bit undermanned at times, but we'll keep pushing and see what happens.
Back underway here, midway through the last quarter of the Sky Broadband Rapid League. How have you seen the inaugural season for the Fi?
You know, it's always tough to be a first-year franchise. I've had that ignominious honor a couple of times with the Breakers, with the Gold Coast Blaze. And I think the Fi have been extremely successful. They're first of all, they're still in that postseason hunt. But you know, the most important thing in that first year for a franchise is not always the wins and losses. Yes, it's great to be good right out of the bat, but what's more important is really setting that foundation and making sure that you're setting up to be successful on and off court for years, if not decades, to come afterwards. So there's a lot of pressure on how those first things go, and I think the Fi have set themselves up very nicely in that respect.
Aitchison closes this one to within 2, 16 for him this afternoon. Are you a Gold Coast Blaze OG?
An OG.
Wow.
One of the first, an original Breaker, an original Blazer.
There we go. Some memories there. Tatui Lewis leaves that one short. Minute to go. Both teams still have their player timeout, of course. Game on.
Important possession here for the Nuggets. They need to get something attacking the rim. Can't let the Fi keep them on the perimeter for the entirety of the possession.
Look at Jet Thompson. Steps under the screen here. Smiler. Skipping, stepping. Piper on the attack. Great defense to Tui Lewis, and he's won it back for the Fi.
They have completely shut down those driving lanes up there earlier in the game, doing an excellent job playing together on a string and forcing the Nuggets to put up shots like that really have no chance of dropping.
Well, they had 15 points, the Nuggets, in what, the opening 2.5, 3 minutes of the game.
And 24 at halftime, so just 6 here in the second half, 3 in each quarter.
Super performance by the Fi. Good block there, Matty Piper.
Great recovery, because we already spoke about how quick Tatui Lewis's releases and how good he is at getting fouled out there. So well timed, well executed. 8 seconds on the shot clock for the Fi to respond here.
Let's see what they can do. As we said, player timeout still in hand for both teams. The Fi can get something out of this. They're looking very good for the win. Masters has already hit a couple of big threes today. That one was so close. And the Nuggets are going to come back up with it. 13.2 to play.
I wonder if they use their player timeout here or they just go with it, because you might want to keep that in your pocket. Yeah. I personally would attack early, and it looks like that's what the Nuggets are going to do.
Good set of hands here. Josh Aitchison, 16 for him. Game high scorer.
Well, somebody's got to make a decision.
He does that, takes contact, loose ball. Aitchison strong. Buzzer's beaten him though. And just like that, with a couple of late opportunities for the Nuggets, the Fi have come up with a thrilling victory. 32-30, down by 13 at one stage, and they get home.
Just enough down the stretch. I think the Nuggets pretty fortunate, or pretty unfortunate rather, not to have a whistle blown on that last drive, but in the end it does not matter. 2 attempts at the rim with time going off the clock. They are not successful, and take a look at those stats. Completely turned on their head in the second half. Tremendous defensive job by the Tauranga Whai, holding the Nuggets to just 6 points in the last 8 minutes of the ball game. They found some form from deep, in particular, is what was able for them to stem that tide offensively, and lockdown defense gets the win in the end.
So a great win for the Fi. Unfortunately, an injury blow to Akiva McBurney-Griffin. Nuggets and the Fi going to be a beauty this afternoon. Do or die. Both of these teams need to win to stay in the race for the
Basketball is a movie, and every game is a blockbuster. E for excitement, entertainment, energy, and epic.
In particular for that second point, Justin, maybe the paramount game of the season for both squads. I think coming out of this one, the team that loses it may be on the outside looking in when it comes to the postseason.
Fans right now going with the Otago Nuggets. Casey, themixandpick.com. There's the QR code. Scan away, have some fun, win some Sal's pizzas. But right now, it's all about the Nuggets.
It certainly is for the fan base. Personally, I think they might be struggling to score just a bit. They don't have their three top guards who started the season with no Webster, no Henshaw, no Dante Russo-Nance, who looks like he's out for the season. That makes it pretty difficult to put points on the board.
Well, it's been busy times as always, round 13. This is how it has played out so far. It actually started with the Nuggets going down to the Tuatara.
What a start for the Tuatara. 3 new players in the starting lineup. It doesn't matter as they held the Nuggets to just 70. The Hawks had a similar result without Jordan Atai against the Saints as they romped in the Bay. The Sharks get win number 2 of the season against this Phi squad, who would be disappointed coming out of that one. Makes it tougher to make the postseason. Also makes it tough to make the postseason when you're playing the Rams, because they have been on fire 13 straight, and they're doing it in style.
What a beatdown that was over the Saints. And the Giants went to the mighty Manawatu last night. Came home with an easy victory.
Playing very well, even without Dan Fotu, it did not matter. We've got this one on for you live in a minute with Nuggets in the 5, but finishes with the battle of the black and yellow between the Bulls and the Airs in Pukekohe.
What a beauty that will be. Sal's NBL ladder as it sits at the moment. There's the line under 6. It's all about the Nuggets and the Phi. Both teams must win here today.
And you look at that points percentage, it's vastly in the favor of the Nuggets. A win would get them right in the mix, just a game back from a Nelson Giants squad. The Phi have a little bit more work to do, but if they get the win today, it is still very realistic that they would be that 6th team to make that postseason dance.
Well, the Phi are on the southern swing. They went down to the Sharks on Friday night. A chance to bounce back here this afternoon. This is how they'll start. Holland, DePero, Hunt, Bazant, Brook and Carr.
And Phil Carr has been shooting the ball very well as of late. But to me, it's all about those guards. Bazant, Hunt, and Holland have to find a way to put some points on the board.
Well, Denham Brook has been a bit of a mid-season recruit for the Phi. They needed some height. He came in and he has been delivering thus far. He figures to be an important player for them this afternoon as well, Case.
Absolutely, the way that he could shoot the basketball and get up and down in transition. But to me today, his main job is going to be defensive. He has to help slow down Jack Andrew on the glass and Kamani Lawrence attacking the basket.
Well, you caught up with him before this afternoon's game. Let's go and have a chat now with Denham Brook.
Well, Denham, has been an interesting season for the Phi, a little bit up and down, but still in that finals hunt, basically a make-or-break game today. What's the focus for the team coming into today's match?
I think we just got to focus one game at a time. This is going to be a big game for us to determine the rest of our season, so I think that's what we're looking at, is just focus on this game and push for the next few games.
For yourself, you came in a little bit late, but have had a big contribution to the way the Phi play, especially with your shooting ability to run up and down the floor. What can we expect to see from you in today's game to try and drive the Phi to victory?
Hopefully some outside shots, some inside presence. But yeah, just trying to get my teammates open and running the floor, setting good screens, and hopefully getting the dub.
All about the dub here this afternoon, isn't it? This is the way the Nuggets will start. Knox and Bardsley get a start again with some players missing. Duck O'Kelly has been in some form lately. Kamani Lawrence will be A really vital player. And Big Jack Andrew a chance to stand out down low.
Jack Andrew, he's a physical specimen, and this is a team that they can dominate the interior against. The Phi have struggled against strong units down low. A big chance for Lawrence and Andrew to have influence on the game.
Darko Kelly will be a prominent figure here this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. His last 2 games, he's averaged 22 points per game. He needs to step up and do it again.
So much of the scoring load falls on his shoulders without Russo Nance, without Henshaw, and without Ty Webster. And he has been producing of late, especially late in games, but I think he's going to have to do it to a higher level today against this Phi squad.
Well, you had a chat with him not that long ago, Casey. Let's go and meet Darko Kelly.
Well, Z, interesting game here for the Nuggets. Essentially a do-or-die game to try and make that final 6. What's the mindset of the Nuggets coming into this one in terms of trying to get the win and how to do it?
I mean, we do just that, treat it as a do-or-die. I mean, we're fighting for our playoff lives right now, so it's got to be 110% effort on every play. I mean, we really need this one, so we just got to get it done.
And for yourself, for a team that's struggling a little bit with scoring without some of their scoring guards that are away for various reasons, some of that pressure comes onto your shoulders. Is that something that you're out there trying to get a little bit more options out on the court, or you let the game come to you?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think I got to be aggressive now that we got some guys out, but still I got to do it in an efficient way, still keep my teammates involved, and but at the end of the day, just be aggressive and be ready.
Well, the all-important tale of the tape, the Chemist Warehouse head-to-head. Talk us through this case.
Well, you see the last match between these two was a 1-point loss where Ben Henshaw got called for a travel, denying the opportunity for the Nuggets to get the win. Key players offensively, Kamani Lawrence and Phil Carr, they score at great measures, but in different ways. Lawrence inside the key, Phil Carr likes it from deep. Points in the paint, you see the difference there. This Phi team has struggled to contain the interior attacks of opposition while not finding a lot of ground for themselves offensively. And there you see the X factors. Tatui Lewis can go big games, or he can sometimes be contained. If he has a big one, it helps the Phi quite a bit. And for me, it's all about Darko Kelly offensively. If he's going well today, so will the Nuggets.
There it is, the Chemist Warehouse head-to-head. Big Jack Andrew getting ready to step out for the Nuggets here this afternoon. This is how they've been performing of late. Of course, they went down to the Tuatara on Wednesday night. The Airs before that did get home against the Hawks. They've got a tough run home, and they need to keep winning. The Phi, of course, are still a chance to make the final 6 as well. The loss to the Sharks didn't help their cause, and before that, well, the form hasn't been too flash.
Well, the Tuatara, you know, one of the form teams in the competition, always tough to get that win on the road. And the Giants, they've been improving over the year, but to me, when it comes to this game, you know, you throw out everything else that happened before. The teams that met earlier in the season, I think vastly different rosters, especially for the Nuggets. But both teams certainly have the talent available to win the game today. And they need to treat it like a do-or-die final. I'm really looking for intensity, especially on the defensive end, from both these squads, because that is what's going to win the game in the end.
Fan appreciation round this week and next week in the NZNBL. We love our fans and we love hearing from you. There's the QR code on screen right now. Win some Sal's pizzas. We want to know who you think is going to win, and at the moment, you're telling us it will be a Nuggets victory here this afternoon.
And I could certainly see that happening. They have plenty of talent. They've been better on their home court. And one thing they do is beat the teams underneath them on the ladder. They've struggled against some of the top-tier teams, but on their own court, they've been positive. But look for this Phi squad. I think they're an excellent defensive tier, and the Nuggets at times have really struggled to score.
Speaking of our fans, with the night and day backpack on, no less. Love that.
It's got the full getup, got the uni, got the beanie.
Got everything.
Those beanies are quality, I'll tell you what.
Underway here this afternoon, and it'll be the Nuggets with the opening possession. Strap yourselves in. Kamani Lawrence on the reverse, just like that.
Well, he had the mismatch in transition because he got the tip. Bazette just does not have the bone marrow to keep him out of the paint. Straight to the paint, straight for a bucket for the leading scorer for the Nuggets today.
What a start for the home team. Bazant had it, lost it, got it back. Phil Carr also had it and lost it and got it back. Now he's under a bit of pressure time-wise. Counting down, off the glass, unable to finish. They go again.
A little sloppy for the Phi earlier. Sometimes in a cold gym, it can be hard to get those hands ready and up to speed early in the game especially.
Sky Broadband Rapid League a win for the Phi earlier today. Jaden Bazant missed the target on the drive. Nuggets come up with it.
Well, he faked out his own teammate. Phil Carr thought that shot was going up, but Bazant was in a difficult position with multiple defenders. Contesting that, thought the pass was the better option, but was unable to connect on the drop-off.
Both teams on the double in round 13. Both teams coming off a loss into this one today. Final 6 aspirations on the line. Kamani Lawrence has had a great season, takes a bump and banks it in.
To me, if I'm the Phi, I'm sending a double the second Kamani Lawrence catches it on the block. You cannot let him operate in the one-on-one space against players that he's got a strength advantage against. He's just too good offensively. Yes, it'll cause some troubles elsewhere on the court, but worry about that then, because to me, he is the premier offensive player and threat for this Nugget squad.
He's opened up today with all 4 points. Misses from the Chemist Warehouse.
That happens occasionally. He's been struggling from the free throw line. The form and his free throw woes have been well documented, but still an area that he needs to improve upon.
He's 44% this season from the line. Kamani Lawrence. DeMarcus Holland all wrapped up there. He's going to visit the same stripe, but at the other end of the floor.
Like that mindset, he sees Darcy Knox on him and says, look here, I've got size, I've got athleticism, I'm going to the cup. Darcy Knox says, well, I will not let you have the finish. And it gets a little bit of an extra judicial activity with a little shove there afterwards.
Of course, some absentees for both of these teams, especially for the Nuggets. Ty Webster, congratulations to Ty and partner, little baby boy during the week. Also Ben Henschel playing with the Aussie Boomers at the moment in Japan. And Dante Russo-Nance out injured. Here's Lawrence. Early stages. Bardsley getting the start with those players missing. Lawrence again just getting inside too easily.
Well, he's just too good a player down low in the low block. They have to do a better job of getting him more looks, more defense on the weak side and coming through him. I'm just doing a quick search through. I was looking for the name of the new baby. I saw it on Instagram earlier, but I can't find it for T-Jaw the Ruler.
Little Webb, I believe
Little
it
Webb.
is.
You're gonna go, definitely not Little Webb. I had it written down, but I lost that note. I'll find it out. I'll find it at halftime.
Jaden Bazant, that's a good sign for Phi fans this afternoon. Turnaround jumper, delightful.
Bazant, Cruz, Perot, Hunt, those are the guys that really need to get things going offensively. They have the ability to score punches in bunches, and they need to do so today.
Cruz Perot Hunt for me is the one averaging 8 points over his last 5 games, shooting at just 25%. He's got to find some spark here this afternoon. Speaking of spark, Z Darko Kelly.
Well, you're more concerned with him at times as a driver, but he looked very comfortable shooting that one in a big early lead for the Nuggets. The Phi need to continue to keep that scoreboard ticking.
Might have been a deep 2, foot on the line. Bazant again pulls up inside the Chemist Warehouse. Carr up over the top. Who's this going to be on?
I think it's on Bardsley underneath. He had the inside position, but the physicality was not appreciated by the coin officiating crew.
Let's have a look at it again. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. There's the shot. Look underneath. Bardsley and Carr.
Carr gets great position. It's that you can't really box out with your hands. You got to do it with your backside. When you do it with your hands, quite often you get pinged for that whistle.
Carr to Bazant. Oh, the pass. Just dumping it back to Phil Carr.
Well,
Didn't hit the mark.
Phil Carr a little bit slow coming off that screen. He got caught up in the contact. You know, as a guard, once you feel that advantage, you expect that big to just get off that screen immediately and attack the rim. Not what happened there.
Here's the stars of the show so far tonight, or today, I should say, and Kamani Lawrence missing a bit of a gimme in the end. Here's Perot Hunt over Big Jack Andrew. Denham Brook, classy.
It just hits the weak side. Nice attack in transition before that Nuggets defense sets itself up, and that's when the Phi find things a little bit harder.
Bardsley, Lawrence, tough pass, but right on the money, he flushes it down, the double-hander.
I just don't get how he's getting as open as he's getting right now, even on the weak side. He is the #1 option you need to slow down, and that is not happening here early in the first quarter.
He's got 8 of their 10, Case. Oh, and there's that sideline, the killer in basketball. We see it so many times. Denham Brook stepping on the line.
And in do-or-die games, it's the unforced errors that really kill you. You know, if an aggressive defense comes and they force a steal, they get in the passing lane on a good pass, that's one thing. But when you just hand over possession because of a lack of attention to detail, that can really cause some momentum shifts in ball games.
What's the change up to Lawrence? Pero Hunt's got him at the moment.
Well, it looks like the double's coming right away, because if I'm the Nuggets and I see Cruz Pero Hunt guarding Lawrence, I'm giving him the ball immediately. I can't believe they didn't get it to him yet.
Nice hand, Holland. Here is Pero Hunt battling to stay in court. Bazant, oh, had a sneaky look, didn't he?
Surprised he didn't shoot that one. Little gunshot early.
Dumps it inside. Boucher.
Pick and roll for Jaden Boucher. I mean, he's basically a 2 in terms of size, but he's able to play the big man role there very nicely.
He's been in form on this southern swing. Darko Kelly with the miss. There is Boucher.
And Boucher's come in for Denham Brooks, so this is a much smaller, faster, quicker team that the Phi have on the court right now.
Long look at it. Phil Carr rattling around. How did that miss?
Not sure, because it was halfway down. But these are tight rims down to Dunedin. You got to hit it clean on the Jays. Lawrence
feeling confident. Darko Kelly fires from the wing again. That one's off. Boucher again getting up.
Well, that's the type of player he is. He does the work that you need getting done. Holland in transition attacking.
Turnover. Look out, 3-on-2 opportunity. Nuggets, Aitchison, that's just too easy. That is way too easy. Timeout 5.
But there's 2 defenders back there. There's 2 offensive players. Need better communication, better talk before that activity happens.
Well, Matthew Bardsley had a day out last time here. He is an energy bunny, isn't he? We had a chat with him before the game. Let's go and meet the man, the myth, the slippery eel, Matthew Bardsley.
Well, Matthew, an interesting season for the Nuggets, but a real interesting season for yourself. I don't know if everybody knows, but you're a full-time teacher, also basically a full-time basketball as well. Can you share some of the challenges that presents through a season that you're dealing with right now?
Yeah, I suppose you just have to be super organized with everything in your life. Like, you come to training, I come to training in the middle of my school day, so I have to come here, be organized with that, and then keeping on top of your nutrition. You've just got less hours in the day, having a full-time job and doing the basketball thing. So just organization is probably the key with that one.
One reason that I couldn't do it. Now, looking on forward, you got some kids that look up to you. I'm sure it must be somewhat inspirational to have a coach who's not just their teacher, or teachers that not just their teacher, but also somebody who plays at the highest level of basketball in the country that they can see on TV every once in a while.
Yeah, it's awesome to see them get around me as a basketball player, as well as their teacher. They come to a lot of the home games here and they've got their big signs, so keep an eye out for them today. I think they're coming down. Yeah, so it's just really cool to share that with them and give them a bit of perspective on other things you can do in life, I suppose.
Good on him, Matt Bardsley. Some of the students in the house here this afternoon as well. That's one heck of a sign.
That's a big sign. They got a lot of respect for their teacher as we see Cruz Pero Hunt going down to the low block to get some action going.
That is a full week in the art room at school.
Well, I mean, I think they're more talented than that, probably a little less.
Here's Lawrence.
But a lot of paint, though.
Knocked out of his hand by Pero Hunt.
The Phi just leaving Cruz Pero Hunt to guard Lawrence in the post by himself there. I'm surprised a double is not coming the second he gets down to that low block area.
Of course, Bardsley had that 25-point game in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. We almost baited the viewers that night to bring some apples to school for him, and guess what his students did?
A lot of apples.
A lot of apples.
Did they ask how you like them apples?
Margin at 3, midway through the first.
A quick update on T-Webs, baby.
Mini Webb.
Nasir Taylor Webster.
Ah, there we go. Congratulations. Fantastic news. Here's Robbie Coleman into the action. Darko Kelly turning the corner. Aitchison was great earlier today in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. That's a big miss from Lawrence.
Phi rebounding really well on the defensive end here in the first quarter. Haven't let an offensive rebound go into the hands of the Nuggets yet.
Carr wants it down low on Aitchison. Swings it out, catch and shoot to Tui Lewis.
That is pure, quick release, beautiful delivery by Phil Carr there, right into the breadbasket, making the catch and shoot delivery that much easier.
43% from deep this season for Lewis. He's a star, isn't he?
Well,
Lawrence has traveled, yep.
Cruz Pero Hunt pulling out the chair on that one, and I think he just shuffled that foot. But that's the matchup. If I'm the Nuggets, I am just pounding that matchup over and over again because he's got such an advantage strength-wise, size-wise. If they're going to stay with Cruz Pearl Hunt there, that's where they need to go. And on the other end, if I'm the Phi, I'm attacking more with Cruz Pearl Hunt out of the on-ball.
Foul off the ball here.
Matt Bardsley dropping the shoulder. Is that his second personal?
I think it is, yeah.
Got one earlier for a box out. He's a little frustrated.
He's a bit fired up, isn't he?
He's ready. Look, it's a do-or-die game, man. It really is. And I think that's the attitude you have to have in games like that.
Slippery eel just became the electric eel. Here's Holland. Gets it back from Boucher. Has Aitchison in front of him. And more contact.
Obviously needs to understand that whistle's blown. Got to get that ball up on the rim afterwards. Once you hear it, you can't dish it out with the contact. A good unselfish play, but got to lock down once you hear that whistle get blown.
Saw an unfortunate injury in the Sky Broadband Rapid League, Casey, to Akiva McBurney Griffin. We'll stick with the play. Holland for 3. Doesn't look good for Akiva, unfortunately. We'll see if we can get some more news here this afternoon, but looks like a nasty injury for the young man.
Yeah, unfortunate, certainly. Don't want to speculate as to what it is other than the seriousness of it, as we see Bardsley with the acrobatic finish. Looks like that left hand slicing and dicing to defenders like he is able to do. He could just find spaces that you don't see. There's a foul and somehow finds the angle with the left hand.
Just does this so well, doesn't he, Bardsley? He's already been in a bit of a battle, got some claw marks down the right arm at the moment.
All thoughts to Akiva and his family. He's had such a hard road with injuries in the States through the collegiate system. He's got another year left of college eligibility, but I would see the seriousness of that injury. I think it would be very concerning that upcoming college season as well.
Nuggets by 3. Here's the captain for the Phi. Bazant backs it out. Gets it back now, wants to get on the attack, pulls up over Coleman. Short on the iron. Oh, another whistle underneath.
Tatui Lewis with the push in the back there. Just a two-hand extension. Yeah, and that's one of those that probably looks worse than it actually is. As Tatui Lewis was extending the arms, but Smiler was also at the same time kind of going forward.
Here is Smiler. Coleman, some of these young guns for the Nuggets getting a run right now. Jack Andrew with some space. Need to be careful, he can hit triples, Jack Andrew. So too can Robbie Coleman. Had a long look at that one. Big rebound up for grabs. Big Jack comes up with it.
The effort and activity of the Nuggets as a collective enabling them to get their first offensive rebound of the day and build this up to a 5-point lead. Andrew needs to find more ways to affect a game like that.
Hero Hunt in and out. Needed that one. Bardsley on the move. Draws contact. And Matthew Bardsley is off to the Chemist Warehouse. He's a slasher.
Well, a couple of times to the cup now, catching it from the same spot and attacking the rim, and essentially the same foul. That one he's unable to find the net on the finish, but will get a couple of attempts from the Chemist Warehouse strike. And sorry, the score just wrong inside. That's actually 17-12 to the Nuggets right now, but we will take that graphic away and get it fixed up for you.
Bardsley banks in the free throw. Yeah.
Banks open on a Sunday. Love the service down south.
I like it. 2 from 2 from the Chemist Warehouse for Matthew Bardsley.
Not often you see somebody bank one and then just swish the next. You got to have that goldfish memory.
Tatui Lewis all wrapped up. Good hands in the end from Coleman.
Yeah, we got 2 points on it, but there's still 2 more to come. Scores 19-12 to the 5.
7-point margin right now for the home team. And there we go, all fixed up. Here's Lewis, Bardsley running with him. Bazant had some space again, was good enough to see Carr inside.
Well, he was going to take that shot because so many defenders are flying out at him, but you can't pass up the big fella wide open underneath. Phil Carr with the nifty finish on the reverse.
First points in the game for Carr.
I think he's going to have a few more coming his way. Bardsley again on the drive.
Aggressive stuff. Did all the hard work, didn't he?
Well, he's really doing a nice job of penetrating this defense, and that's going to bend them towards him when he's got the ball in his hand. See if they can take advantage on the weak side when that happens.
Here's Jet Thompson. who ends up getting it back.
Just a real tough angle. I think he kind of just predetermined that one, and you even see Phil Carr telling him, I'm a big, I want it high.
Upstairs, son, upstairs.
Don't throw it down there to me. Throw it to me where I can go reach up for it, not reach down, because one of those is way easier than the other for the big fellas.
Super Sunday in the Sal's NBL, Bulls and Airs still to come. All of the coverage live, of course.
And just look for Lawrence to attack off the dribble here. Decides not to.
Darcy Knox, starting point guard in the absence of a number of guards right now for the Nuggets. Oh, Bardsley tempted, does go. And in the end, Jaden Bazant is going to win out.
Kamani Lawrence, 8 points on 4 for 6 shooting from the floor. And I do think the Nuggets are missing a trick by not just involving him in the offensive action every single time down court. He has got to be your finisher. You could have a huge day if you play through him.
Here's Jaden Bazant turning the corner all the way to the glass. That'll go down. That'll count.
We'll have to see that in replay. Must have gotten there just after it hit the glass. Bardsley's athleticism on display.
Bardsley, oh, how did you see that? Close, wasn't it?
That's those are the plays in the game. That's a close one.
Oh, another sideline mistake, this time going the way of the Nuggets as Aitchison steps out of court. So dying stages of this opening quarter. Margin at 3. Bazant steps back over the top of the Chemist Warehouse and puts it down. Handy basket.
Bazant.
And he brings it back to 1. Darko Kelly. Corner. Aitchison. 3. No, so close. Andrew keeps it alive. Back to Aitchison. Off the glass for 2. Big basket right on the buzzer for the Otago Nuggets. And they lead by 3. Such an important play with the time running out. And we've got a contest here this afternoon. Jaden Bazant has been involved in everything. Here he is with Casey Frank.
Well, Jaden, a slow start offensively, but you guys were able to find your flow. What do you need to do to keep that going in the second quarter?
Just continue to be aggressive, get on the rim, try and play our game, paint touches, and kick out to the perimeter.
Appreciate the time. Good luck in the second quarter. We will be back with the second quarter after this.
No mai hoki mai, welcome back to the Edgar Centre in Dunedin this afternoon. Sunday Sal's NBL action. Look at this, the Nuggets. Must-win game for both of these teams. They lead by 3. Matt Lacey, coach of the Phi, good enough to join us. Coach Lacey, how much of that talk at quarter time was about Kamani Lawrence and slowing him down?
Yeah, I think importantly we need to take care of him. I mean, he's a physical presence going downhill, and you know, no surprises there. But also 6 turnovers is just not surprising. We're down 3.
Taking you a little bit outside of the game, looked like a pretty devastating injury to Akiva McBurney-Griffin in that rapid league game. How much does that weigh on your squad, and how difficult is that in your game preparation to try and get your players to move past that with such a short time in between games?
Yeah, difficult. I mean, yeah, it's pretty hard to watch there for Akiva, and you know, it's not the first time he's gone through something like that. So, you know, we're feeling for him, and tough situation, and so yeah, we just got to kind of come together and battle through.
We'll let you get back to the office, Matt. Appreciate your time as always, mate. Coach of the Tauranga Whai joining us as they give up some points and give up possession.
And our streak continues of ruining the coach who's talking to us today.
Always.
Denham Brook there picks up another foul. It looked like he was pretty self-set. Don't know if those arms were just extended a little bit, had the elbows out, but he goes to the bench after picking up foul number 2 and making this Whai squad small again. And it's Cruz Pero Hunt being attacked, and that's what I'd be doing if I'm Kamani Lawrence all day long.
He's the man, isn't he? Up to 10 points in the game now. Game high scorer, only player on the floor in double digits.
Whai passing up some decent looks.
Jaden Bazant loves a decent look. That one over the back.
And, you know, I spoke earlier that I'd be sending a second player to double. Very difficult to double guys who are getting catches at the elbow. You can't really just send somebody out when he's turning and facing. If you send him in a low block, it's a lot easier. But right now, look at Lawrence. He's dribbling up. Where does that help come from? You pinch him too much, you're giving up opportunities on that weak side. So the Nuggets make it difficult for the Whai to give that extra help.
Darcy Knox goes from deep. Oh, Lawrence gets after it. They go again. He is right in the thick of it right now, Kamani Lawrence. Ball in hand again on the drive. A lot of contact, and it goes down. No offensive foul.
I think they're saying it's the elbow was swung. Didn't see it from the angle we're at, but Robinson, or DeMarcus Holland, sorry, took that one straight to the ground. Take a look at that elbow.
Oh, maybe just a cop on the nose.
Yeah, just pop in the face. That he went down immediately. Marcus Holland felt that contact, went to the floor immediately.
Some of the Nuggets players calling for a flop. Still, a knock on the nose is a knock on the nose. Pero Hunt, good work, Jack Andrew.
He thought the contact was there. That's not the way it saw. Now Nuggets in transition.
They're out by 8. Feeling it right now. Andrew wants it inside. He's doubled the big fella. Somehow finds a way through. Big Jack.
Well, this is just such an undersized Whai squad. Phil Carr, the only player out there taller than 6'4", and that's being generous to DeMarcus Holland. I think this is what the Nuggets game plan should be. We get the mismatch attack on the interior. Jack Andrew says, if you're going to be putting a guard on me, I'm going to be taking him to the grindhouse. We're getting the finish at the Chemist Warehouse with the 3-point play.
And he does. And what do you make of the young man this season? 10 points, 7 rebounds a game. Of course, Sam Timmins moving on to the Bulls, open up an opportunity.
You know, he hasn't really had a lot of chance to make an impact. I think the team had so many offensive weapons on the perimeter that they just weren't as focused as going down low as Holland gets fouled on the drive. But what I have seen in the last few weeks is the Nuggets doing a better job of finding him as the roll man, utilizing him as a screener that he's so adept at because of his size, and then finding that little pocket pass for the finish. And he's got that athleticism. He's got that good size as well. So a player who can, I think, find another level from which to influence games moving forward.
Nuggets 6-10 on the season, sitting in 7th. Still a chance for the final 6. A win here today would certainly help their cause. They do have a tough run home though. Saints, Giants, Bulls. Still to come for the Nuggets. 3 teams all above them on the Sal's NBL ladder.
Makes it harder. Not going to be very easy down the stretch, but one thing is there's a lot of teams that aren't 100% right now, and that can even things up as we see a little bit of a zone from the Whai that forces the turnover.
On the move, the Whai. Can they eat into this margin? Phil Carr spinning on Andrew up over the top. Tough shot in the end. I think Aitchison will get pulled up for the foul here.
For me, I'd rather see Phil Carr shoot the first one. player closing out, a lot of distance. He's such a good shooter. He's trying to get something going. He hasn't had a lot of the ball in hand early in this one. He's just 1 for 5 from the field, so he probably feels that he doesn't have his eye and wants to get a little bit closer, but you gotta trust that jump shot. And that jump shot will stretch the defense and make things easier as this game goes forward.
Here's Bazant. Gives up the shot. Holland, corner pocket 3. Can't land the blow.
Beautiful pass by Bazant, completely fooled Z. Darko Kelly, but even wide open, Holland was able to hit.
Bardsley. Just love the way he goes about it.
Look at the quick hands. Woof.
DeMarcus Holland.
Took a couple of swipes at that.
Just introducing himself to Z. Darko Kelly. Takes a break now.
The crossover comes and Holland says, no, that's mine.
Second quarter action.
Just
Jack
3
Andrew.
seconds on the shot clock.
Got to go. He can hit big threes. That one is well short. That one won't count. Doesn't go down anyway. Tero Hunt. Does well, doesn't he, Cruz? Tero Hunt just takes contact, finishes strong.
That's an awkward finish, too. That's off the right foot with the right hand into the defender off the glass. He slowed down, waited for the all ball, took the little bump, and right foot, right hand, good contest, better offense.
Nuggets call the timeout midway through the second quarter here this afternoon. Brett Matahati didn't coach the team on Wednesday night, away sick. You can see him with the mask on. Just keeping those germs to himself. Let's head down to the Nuggets bench now.
Caleb, any kind of pressure, all right? We're looking to get Robbie in the ball, okay? So Robbie, you're popping out to here, trying to get this catch. So we get in here. Once we get in here, just let everyone settle, then you're gonna delay magic action, okay? If we can, let's bump this guy out of the corner, okay? Hitting there, and then we're setting that screen there. And the other option, the one I really want, okay, is if we bring it here, away, all right, into that action. You got it? All right, and a spin. Flow push, spin, okay? Hey, we play the other side of the ball and just get after it.
Always a good time for a slice of Sal's. And you get a couple of extra ones this week.
Yeah, 25% off. That's a quarter of the pizza for free. It'd be tough for Coach Brett Matahati to eat that up with the mask on his face, but
yeah, can't do that.
He is recovering from illness, missed the game on Wednesday, didn't travel with the team because he was down for the count, and feels good enough to play, but wants to make sure his team stays healthy for the stretch run, so taking no chances.
I do love the way your eyes light up, Casey, when we talk about free pizza.
It's always been a pastime of mine. Pizza in general, free makes it better.
Guess what? Another turnover, stepping out of bounds.
But that's not an unforced one. That's not just a pass to the side new one. That is good defense by the Phi, closing that lane out and forcing Bardsley into that drive. Now, what's unfortunate for the Nuggets is you come out of a timeout and you get that before you even set in the offense. You need to be a bit more deliberate with their execution coming for those ATOs or after timeout plays.
Bazant 6 points in the game, leading the way for the Phi this afternoon. The skipper had 12 against the Sharks on Friday night.
Bardsley, such a quality defender, can guard bigs, but doing a nice job on Bazant now.
Tatui Lewis searching. Tero
2 seconds left.
Needs a big game. He's just put one away, similar.
Nuggets defending so well, forcing the Phi to use all of that shot clock possession after possession.
Darcy Knox. Corner, Darko Kelly.
Yeah, that good. Locked, loaded, and ready to go. Catch and shoot with the quickness.
And that's his spot case.
And too much space when you're one pass away. You can't be sagging off for help. There's no reason. You should be in a denial. The ball was already picked up. You can't let him get that catch that easily.
He's got 8. A couple from that corner pocket. Bazant. Oh, answers Jaden Bazant just like that.
Well, he realized that Coleman would be concerned about the drive, and he is now up to 9 points on his first triple of the ball game.
Lawrence back into the action. Coleman pulled up for the moving screen, just sticking the backside out.
In, the words of El Guapo, a plethora of illegal screens today.
Here it is on the replay.
Just saddles over just a little bit. Slides over, good call, but they've been cracking down on both sides. Something the teams have to adjust to and realize that they're looking for that on-ball screen a little bit more tightly today.
Against his zone again, the fight. Carr, tough, too much on it. Darko Kelly on the move, pass up the floor. Bardsley, no, can't finish.
Tough day for Phil Carr continues. He's just 1 for 7 from the field now.
And now Bazant to answer.
Nice job staying with that rebound as after Tatui Lewis got a hand on it. Where's the pinching in from the 5 when Lawrence has the ball? He got a pinching when he's got that ball on the wing.
Comes off the wing now, off the glass. That's too easy for Kamani Lawrence. Bread and butter stuff.
Well, he might make it look easy, but that ain't easy. Going through Carter Hopeboy. The defense on the help side there. You can't go all the way to the rim because that's where the help is, but that little 7-footer, kiss off the glass, displaying that soft touch.
Matt Lacey calls the timeout for the Fire. They're down by 9. Kamani Lawrence is a headache right now with 12 points. Let's see what Coach Lacey comes up with.
We want Lawrence, we want you on Coleman, but we got to be better there, and then we're guarding non-shooter in the corner, right? So heavier pat, right? Heavier pat. We got to know who we're guarding, okay? Lawrence, 4. Hey, offensively, we've gone away from some of the stuff that was working, right? We want to go wide pin and head tap. We haven't got to that. Okay, we haven't got to that. Tatui, you come out of, if they're coming out of the corner, right, and they switch and Phil is there, take your time instead of pitching it to someone to make something out of nothing in 6 seconds. We go at the mismatch, okay? Trust that, okay? So we're in head tap, okay? Transition, we're wide pins, a little bit more 4 high in the flow of things, okay?
I like
5, 3, 1, 2, 3.
I like that timeout. The first half of it all about guarding Kamani Lawrence. If you've got a non-shooter in the corner, come in, pack it in. We've got to give help to whoever's defending him because he is the main attack weapon for them right now with 12 points.
Bit of free fuel up for grabs. There's the QR code with thanks to our friends at Waitomo. Spin and win. They've been looking after Kiwis for decades and decades, and you can get on the winners list.
Give it a go. Get on there. Everything's up for grabs. Use that app. Spend more than $20 fueling up, and you're in to win.
Watching a Cells NBL game, it's all prizes and giveaways, isn't it?
It is this week. Fan appreciation. We appreciate you with free stuff.
Let's see what the Fire can do out of this timeout. Oh, just getting the drop. Phil Carr.
A great look for him in that mid-range. Hopefully gets his eye in with the jump shot moving forward after dropping his second.
Kamani Lawrence on the sidelines at the moment for the Nuggets. Margin at 7. Jack Andrew wants it inside, gets it down low, doubled straight away, sends it out to Darko Kelly. Oh, just can't get a handle on it. Turnover.
Well, the aggressive defense coming out of that timeout really extending. To me, I didn't think they need to extend that much, but you can see the effect it had on the offense for the Nuggets. They looked really discombobulated there, never got into a rhythm.
Kamani Lawrence back into the action. Got a fun stat for you on Lawrence.
Oh, I love fun stats.
Coming your way in just a second. Sit tight.
The tease.
Poor boy. I'll tell you what, the big man can hit triples. We've seen it a few times from him. That one was close. Kamani Lawrence stat, 22 points a game.
Well, that's not fun.
Well, fun for the Nuggets fans. This will be no surprise to you. Here he is right on cue.
He's well out of bounds there when it was called.
That's the 3rd time the Nuggets have gone over the baseline this quarter. 22 points a game. Not often we see imports, though, come in and score at that clip. Not one three-point attempt, though, for the season.
I mean, I'd be surprised if there's anything outside of 17 feet. Yeah, he is, he's working on that form, trying to get the motion in his shoulder used to doing that again. But right now, it's all inside. That makes it even more impressive for my money.
Arrow Hunt. He's just been out of touch, hasn't he?
All the Phi are struggling from deep right now. Just 2 for 11 from behind the arc. That's made that okay is that the Nuggets are just 2 for 9 right now.
Ball in to Tui Lewis, rushed. Bardsley getting up strong.
And I do understand the Phi don't have a lot of weapons on the interior, but I'd love to see some drives coming their way.
Lawrence receives from Bardsley through the gap for 2.
Too easy for Kamani Lawrence, who was just on fire. 14 points on 7 for 9 from the field. He was lighting it up.
Denham Brook
Can the Fly take a shot inside the key? They are just chucking up these triples.
They may throw up another one here. Brooks sends it down low. Carr outside to Tui Lewis. He's off target.
That's a foul on Phil Carr. Chucking Darcy Knox to the floor.
I would be happy, though, to see at least one Kamani Lawrence three-point attempt this season. Just one.
I don't know if the coaching staff of the Nuggets feels the same way.
Tui Lewis.
Phil Carr.
Did you see Kamani Lawrence there? Close out, just breezed past the right shoulder. Did well not to make contact in the end.
That three to me is much different than the five shots previously before that. You had the pass on the interior, you bet the defense, had a great look. You have to get something going inside before you depend on that triple like they are right now.
This has been a tight quarter, hasn't it? Scoring hard to come by. Aitchison now. Shot clock ticking down. Knox from deep. He's long on that one as well.
Nice box out by Tui Lewis, outsized there, but worked hard enough to keep Jack Andrew from getting both hands on it. The Five done a decent job, despite being undersized, of holding the Nuggets off the glass and only giving up 4 offensive rebounds so far.
You're the master of the Chemist Warehouse stats. What's the score been this quarter for these two teams? Seems low.
It has not been fantastic. Just 15-9 with 2 minutes left to go. Sorry, 1 minute 20 left to go.
See if the Fire can add to that now. Pero Hunt, misses everything. He's just out of form right now.
Not playing, don't have the eye in. It's a cold gym. It's a little tough to get warmer. But the other thing is that these two teams are amongst the lowest in the competition in scoring. The Nuggets don't have that prodigious backcourt. No Webster, no Russo-Nance, no Henshaw. That really takes out a lot of their scoring ability. The Five all season long have been one of the slower paced squads. They don't do a ton of scoring. In this one, it's going to have to change that if they want to get back in the ballgame.
Fire average just under 77 points per game this season, second lowest in the league. They actually ranked last in the league for points in the paint, offensive rebounds, and second chance points as well. So just to back up your stats and figures and comments there, Casey, scoring is definitely tough to come by for the Tauranga Whai.
They're just shooting 34% from the field right now and 2 for 15 from deep. Not too bad from inside the arc, which isn't what they're really known for. So they're 9 for 17 in there, but they're just not looking for enough. I think at the moment the team has become over-reliant in this game on looking for that triple. Just need to look for the first best shot they get. I'd like to see a bit more heat on the rim. Some penetration, drawing those defenders over before you look for that opportunity outside the arc.
Both of these teams still in the hunt for the final 6. Although you would think for one of them today, that'll end. Both have a tough run home as well. Back underway, dying stages of this opening half. Corner 3, Josh Aitchison right over the top. Both teams still have their player timeout as well. Boucher. Just 27 points in this opening half for the Fight. Holland grappling away. Darcy Knox commits the foul.
And that's going to be the 15th foul, sending the Five to the Chemist Warehouse. And we've got a warning on Coach Brett Matahare. As DeMarcus Holland, 3 points, just off of 1 shot, but he's 3 for 4 from the field. Free throw line. Oh, is that not the 15th foul? I think it is. Yeah, they were going to get free throws here.
I always love it when you're ahead of the coin officials, Case.
Well, it's not the officials just have to look up at the thing, but the score bench has to let them know that we're in the bonus.
You're bailing the officials out.
Well, they're concentrating on the calls on the floor. It is a valued and appreciated and difficult job that they have to do game in, game out.
100%.
And just like the players, sometimes they get it wrong.
They've been very good today, the coin officials. Thus far, 36-28, 8-point margin. Loose ball. Picked up, no. Oh, Darcy Knox had it and lost it. Somehow Phil Carr comes up with it. Look out to Tui inside, a hand from Bardsley.
Man, a lot of contact all over the place. It was shambles out there.
Holland fires from deep. This time, Jack Andrew grabs it and holds onto it with everything.
That initial pass from Holland, I thought there was a lot of contact on that one that could have been whistled because that effectively killed that fast break opportunity. Instead, the Nuggets come up with the stop and a chance to stretch this lead back to 10 on the last possession of the quarter.
Shot clock, 3 seconds inside the game clock. Darko Kelly, that short rebound. Do they use their player timeout? They do just. DeMarcus Holland.
Well recognized by him to get that rebound, and instead of just pushing it ahead, probably lost about a half second, but 3.8 is plenty of time to get a really good look. And this would be a huge momentum boost for them if they're able to get a good look. I mean, it could be a three if they get this to 31 or 30 here at this point. With how inefficient they've been offensively, I think they should take a lot of confidence in only being down possibly 6 if they get a bucket.
Let's see what they can do here. Holland. Carr, got to go. Andrew in front of him, fires from deep, and that one is well off. Scoring is so hard to come by this afternoon in the Sal's NBL. The Nuggets lead it by 8. Must win for both teams as they try and stay in the hunt for the final 6. Kamani Lawrence with 14 points in the opening half. Here he is with Casey Frank.
Kamani, great first half. You found a lot of activity. Your teammates seem to be looking for you. What does it look like for you out there with a much smaller player trying to defend you?
You know, I'm just looking to be aggressive, take advantage of the mismatch. I know that since I got a smaller guy defending me that I'm going to get a lot of attention, so there's a lot of opportunities to find the open guys on my team.
And defensively, you've done a great job. How you hold the Phi to just 28 points, especially defending them at the three-point line?
You know, we're just executing our game plan. You know, we had a short week to prepare, but we were definitely focused this week, and it's showing on the court right now.
Appreciate it, Tom. Good luck in the second half. And I've got Phil Carr coming in the second. Phil, tough shooting for the Phi here in the first half, only able to hit 2 triples. How can you guys find some more space to execute beyond the arc?
I think we have the space we need. We just need to make shots right now. They're just making more shots than us, and I think that's the difference. We got to turn the defense up a little bit, but making shots is just all we need to do right now.
Especially defensively, Kamani Lawrence having a huge influence on that game. Do you need to change up that defensive game plan, show him 2 bodies, or are you happy with that one-on-one as a squad?
We'll see what, I'll go inside, see what Coach says, see what kind of changes we can make, and we're going to stop him.
That's a great answer, Coach Lacey. Appreciate it. Appreciate your time, Phil.
It's a Super Sunday in the Sal's NBL. Bulls in the air still to come. Right.
okay? So we're not trying to run DHOs here, we're either pitching it, okay? We're either inverting a screen, okay, for Kamani to go downhill, all right? We're either pushing it out in the baseline, okay, and running
An arm wrestle this afternoon in Dunedin. Chilly outside, but it is about to heat up inside the Edgar Centre. Nuggets lead it by 8. Jaden Bazant is the man that the Phi will be looking to in this second half. 9 points so far this afternoon for the Phi captain.
And by far the most efficient shooter for the Phi on 4 for 8 from the field. We've done it in a myriad of ways. The catch inside, the drives to the bucket, freezing defenders with those crossovers and his brilliant changes of speed. He's one of only 2 players to hit a triple, and there that one was right there. But they need a little bit more vitamin JB in the second half to get things going on the scoreboard.
Ooh, I like that, vitamin JB. Nice.
There you go. We need to get that JB in somewhere because it's not on the jump shot right now for the Phi.
And there's no sun outside for vitamin D this afternoon. What about the changes that both of these teams may have talked about at halftime, Case?
Well, for the Phi, I put a lot more focus on defending Kamani Lawrence, but at the expense of everyone but Z. Darko Kelly, because he's a guy who can get going really nicely. For the Phi, it's about, we got to make that defense bend. Right now, we're taking tough, contested shots at the end of shot clocks. We have to do more to change their rotations early. We have to get that ball from side to side, attack the paint, and then come back out to look for those shots early instead of late.
Season on the line. Here's Kamani Lawrence. Inside, outside, Darcy Knox. That would have been a big start for the Nuggets.
And the first change we see is Phil Carr on Kamani Lawrence, putting more size on him so he's not just attacking guards in the post, but the tallest player the Phi have to throw at him.
Bazant, double digits. Yes, indeed. What a start for the Phi.
And first possession for the Phi, an attack on the rim. That is what they need to do. They have to penetrate this defensive pressure of the Nuggets to enable themselves some space for some 3-point shots later in the game.
Bazant up to 11 now. Darko Kelly has landed some big blows today. Goes inside to Jack Andrew, couple to beat. Oh, the big fella did really well. Bardsley battling for it. Lawrence comes up with it, stepping around. Too much on it. Again, Bardsley just keeps going.
Well, it's just an outsized Phi lineup that's getting beaten to the ball. And if you're outsized, you cannot be outworked. And right now, they're being outworked to it. Look at Matt Bardsley in front of 2 white jerseys. Somebody has to put a body on him. And in that case, it looks like Jaden Bazant was the lone defender that didn't have contact with somebody. 2 attempts is too many, but 3, you're never going to beat teams giving them that many chances.
Oh, I like the New Balance kicks he's got on today, Bardsley. Bit of colour.
Those are colourful. The students in the crowd are, I'm sure, appreciative of that.
And the Chemist Warehouse can't complete.
Well, all that work goes wanting.
And now Pero Hunt with a chance. Again, short on the shot. Picks it up himself, though, and that'll help his confidence.
You just need to see it go down once, and that changes everything for a scorer. Cruz Pero Hunt, he's a guy I think I'd like to see get more aggressive. He's a talented scorer that can do a lot more.
Back-to-back baskets for the Phi, answered by Z. Darko Kelly.
And now he's in double figures, just 7 shots, and that quick release on the triple is causing problems when he decides to let loose with it.
Carr. Everybody leaves him to go one-on-one with Andrew. Step back over the top. Short on the iron. Darko Kelly up with it.
And that's just not really Phil Carr's game. His efficiency drops when you ask him to make moves like that defensively. Much better in the pick and pop.
Can hit a 3, Big Jack. Not on that occasion, Lawrence. 14 for him. Stepping back. Foul there, reaching in Bazant.
But for me, great foul from Jaden Bazant. If he's got something to give, and that I believe is his second in the ball game, so not too many. But much better to send Kamani Lawrence to the Chemist Warehouse stripe than to try and let him get that look from up close and in. Just the first 5 player with 2 fouls on the evening. Kamani Lawrence, Matt Bardsley, and Darcy Knox all with 2 for the Nuggets, and Kamani hits one.
There you go.
Wait, you know, he's got decent form. It's just this hitch, man. It's just something that he's got to find a little bit of smoothness with it.
Splits them. Had 11 points against the Tuatara on Wednesday night. Tough one that was for the Nuggets. Went down by 32.
And a very different matchup for him in that ball game. The size and physicality of the Tuatara affecting him. Phil Carr has had a couple of those on balls where he hasn't just sprinted to the cup off the roll, because he is a pick and pop guy, but in those instances he needed to be a little bit quicker to the rim.
Jack Andrew.
And that's the problem when you do send doubles. The weak side has to come down and take away whoever the other big is dropping.
See that team merch QR code up on screen. What about these two? Who are you going with out of the two strips here today, Casey? I always like to hear your opinion.
You know, I really like the Nuggets. I like that trim on the...
Carr. Eventually, contact in the end. Jack Andrew was everywhere there.
That does not feel good on the shoulder. You see the jerseys of the Otago Nuggets. I love that trim around the arms, on the neck. So pretty, almost as pretty as this layup would have been had Dunedin Brook been able to get it there. Phil Carr does the hard work and takes the hard foul.
One side to the other. Jack Andrew working overtime to try and prevent the shot. Carr from the stripe.
And this is the best way for a shooter to get their eye in. Get to the Chemist Warehouse stripe and get a couple of attempts to go in. Really lock in, zero in on that middle of the rim. See a couple go down exactly how you planned it, and that makes you feel a little bit better about the next time a jumper's leaving the hand.
Can Phil Carr turn the ignition switch on this afternoon? Got to fire up that engine.
Back to the zone. The Five had great success with this today. The key is rebounding out of it.
Bardsley, hard pass. Picked up by Pero Hunt. They need something here, the Five. Stepping through Phil Carr. That's a great basket.
Well, first, nice vision from Cruz Pero Hunt to find Carr on the weak side. Lawrence comes back in transition, does well to get in front, but this little step through there.
I like it.
Where he goes, not really a Euro, but just a change of direction, going from right against the body of Kamani Lawrence where that momentum is carrying him. Finds a little bit of contact, enough to send him. He's up to 8 points, and Kamani Lawrence picks up his third personal foul, which sends him to the bench and severely impacts the scoring of the Nuggets in the half court.
It's a telling play, isn't it? Completes from the Chemist Warehouse. Lawrence taking a seat now.
If I'm the Tauranga Whai, this is when we have to make a move. Lawrence is on the bench. We have to start getting things done on both ends and get ourselves in position to win the game right now.
Can we get a stop here? Knox inside. Andrew, Bardsley on the cut. Big Jack goes it alone.
Lovely post. They can do more of that. He's got such a size advantage. He can do it over and over again.
Pero Hunt held up by Knox.
And that's almost a T on Darcy Knox.
Well, the league sent out a directive, didn't they, ahead of round 13? Public announcement about the behaviour of coaches and players towards officials.
To me, that's exactly what that directive about. Those immediate responses. He didn't keep it going. He said his piece. He moved on from it. I think nice job there by Hamish Dale to let him say his word and say, okay, that's enough, no more. Let's move on. Let's play basketball.
Jack Andrew, 9.7 rebounds today. Here he is defending Dunedin Brook. Pero Hunt almost looked like a carry there on the hip. Dunedin Brook's going to have to fire from deep. Gee, they keep throwing up these three-point attempts at the moment, the Fight. That's what they need to do. Go inside to Phil Carr.
Well, he had the mismatch that time on the rebound. Just too deep is that position after the offensive rebounding opportunity was corralled. And Phil Carr suddenly looking much better offensively, up to 11 points.
Fight 2 of 20 from deep.
3 of 15 for the Otago Nuggets. Combined 5 for 35. It is not pretty from behind the arc.
Yeah, nothing pretty about that, you're right. Holland, can he get going? Pulls up at the Chemist Warehouse.
Another guy who can imprint himself on the game with a bit more ferocity. He's got such an athletic skill set. I'd just like to see him impose it against the Nuggets a bit more.
We're at 3.
And the Five have done a nice job of clawing their way back in.
Coleman had it, lost it. There's Andrew again.
That's unfortunate for the Five. They did the right thing defensively, but right place, right time. Jack Andrews, your man. Double
digits for him now, up to 11. Cutting nicely, Cruz Pero Hunt.
Moving without the basketball. All the defenders so focused on DeMarcus Holland that Cruz Pero Hunt was able to get that nice look with a bit of movement.
Midway through the third, you would think season to end for one of these two teams today. Darko Kelly, doubled. Coleman, oh, intended for knocks inside. Cut out, though, by the Phi.
Dangerous save there by Denham Brook. Worked out in the Phi favor.
Here's Holland. Likes this. Leaves it short. Bazant after it, battling.
Fast break opportunity. They've got the numbers with Bazant trailing the play.
It's been one of those days, hasn't it?
Well, one thing about this gym right now and Dunedin in general, it's cold. It's not warm in the gym, and it takes a while for those hands to warm up. Darcy Knox hasn't played a lot of basketball yet today, on and off the bench. So when you check in, it can be difficult to get that feel. That said, that's a catchable pass, a good look, and those kind of mistakes that are unforced are the ones that are really killing the Nuggets as they make their 13th turnover of the ballgame.
You told me about the days, Casey, when you were down here during warm-ups. Bazant, oh, big block, Kamani Lawrence.
And that's with 3 fouls. He attacked that rim. Nice job of defending without fouling there.
Yeah, those days of warming up for games, wearing beanies and gloves and all sorts of things down here.
Well, that was in the icebox as Bazant goes down and grabs his leg. He's okay, though, but that was before the Edgar Center was built.
Colder.
It was much colder. It was straight cement. Those are the days where if you started sweating, instantly the steam was rising off your head. And I'll never forget my first game with the Stars where we came down and my teammates, Daryl Cartwright, Lindsey Tate, were putting on beanies, putting on gloves to go out and shoot around. I'm like, what are you guys doing? I'm just going out in a shooting shirt as per usual. And they're like, oh, you'll see. And then we did have some blankets to use on the bench. Oh, he had blankets on the bench because it was legitimately colder inside than it was outside.
I like it. The good old days. Kamani Lawrence back out there on 3 fouls. Phil Carr with the block.
Well, extended well to get that through without fouling. What can he do down here?
Some confidence at the moment for the Phi. Carr draws the foul.
Excellent use of that little crossover. The Hezi first freezes Coleman. We've got a timeout coming from Coach Brett Matahare as he's seen enough of this offensive explosion of sorts for the Phi here in this quarter. The second quarter has been turned around. It was 15-10 in the second to the Nuggets. Well, it's 15-10 to the Phi in the third.
And I like this timeout by the Nuggets. Brent Matahari to address his troops. Let's listen in.
We've got to chill out. I like your intent on offense, okay? Continue to get that stuff. Flow short. Okay, flow short. But look, we don't have to get into the ball screen. So when we run it, when Marnie, when you're coming here and you're getting there, all right, and we're getting it back, let's get it straight to the 5, cut off him, we go high-low. All right, we're trying to play it from here. It's too long a pass, okay? So we can hit the 4, hit the 5 and go straight high-low on it. Now, if they're playing zone, it's the same shit, all right? Let's make sure we're available and we're running our sets. Z. Sorry. When we inverted with Kamani, here, Bard's inverted, we got a great fucking look out of it. All right, let's make sure we're doing that.
Apologies for the language, but we'll change your day by offering you up some 25% off sales.
That's a good trade.
I think it is.
It's I think well worth it. Sal's Jam, the code. Use that or the QR code on screen to get that deal. That is valid until Tuesday, the 29th of June.
Nothing fruity about that code either. Sal's Jam. You can say that, can't you? Over and over? Of course you can.
Okie dokie.
Back underway. Phil Carr at the Chemist Warehouse. Puts the first one down. We're back to within 2.
He's perfect from the stripe. Just him and Marcus Holland have reached the Chemist Warehouse stripe. The pair of them have combined for now 9 of 11 at 82%.
Just like that, Casey Frank, we've got a 1-point ball game.
And they won those minutes with Kamani Lawrence on the bench. He's back in the ball game now. Look to work through him just as they did there.
Just reaching in. Is this on Holland or Carr? It's on Holland.
That's the 4th personal foul on the Phi in the quarter. So free throws for both teams the rest of the way here in the third.
So much to play for. Inaugural season for the Tauranga Whai, the new kids on the block. Can they do the unthinkable? Can they keep their fairy tale alive? Aitchison.
The rebounding has been excellent for the Five today. They've really limited the offensive rebound opportunities of the Nuggets, holding them to just 7 up to this point. Have to continue that to keep a chance to win.
Of course, the Nuggets, 2022 champions in the Sal's NBL, won the showdown as well in 2020. Carr steps around Lawrence.
Right.
Can't make him pay.
You could tell the second that left his hand that wasn't going in. Just never really got the smoothness to it. Nice job by Lawrence to make that a difficult shot by challenging nicely.
Of course, all of our viewers will be able to vote for their MVP during the last quarter today. Maybe an early snippet from you, Casey?
It's tough to say with the game on the line, but Kamani Lawrence, Phil Carr, Jaden Bazant, Darko Kelly, all in there. Maybe Jack Andrew as well. Ooh. He's had a heck of an influence here in the third.
Double watch for Big Jack. Got to play some defense right now on DeMarcus Holland. He's going to run out of time.
And a nice job there. They've picked up that level of intensity on the defensive end from that timeout. Now they need to change it to offensive efficiency. From the Five, I might go straight back to the zone, especially with Lawrence attacking with the ball in hand.
Get your early votes in. Game MVP, scan away, free and fun. Dallas Pizza's up for grabs. I like Kamani Lawrence at the moment. 15 in the game. Andrew, shot clock at 4. Got to do something special. Aitchison, can he bail them out? He can!
Josh Aitchison with the prayer gets answered. Shot clock running down. But you got to account for him at the end of plays, especially with the shot clock running down.
That is a big basket, isn't it? Carr. Nowhere to go. Jack Andrew, great defense. Did very well. Forced him out to Holland. Bumping, grinding, finishing.
Oh, that's tough. That is so tough. Excellent defense, but better shot making. Holland with that turnaround, shot clock running down, nails it to keep the Five within 2.
90 seconds to play. Oh, they just leave Kamani Lawrence alone. Very lucky not to concede there. Smiler, second effort. Darko Kelly, no.
The Five lucky to get out of that one. That was poor effort on the glass that time. Watch that ball bounce around instead of chasing after it. Phil Carr able to grab that second possession, though. And that will send the Five to the stripe. Phil Carr has been perfect from the Chemist Warehouse today, looking to continue it and tie this ball game up with 1:21 left in the third quarter.
5 of 5 he is from the stripe. Plenty more Sal's NBL action coming your way today. Super Sunday right here on Sky Sport. Bulls in the airs. What an offering that is on a Sunday evening. Third versus fourth.
Jinxed him. I jinxed. I think it's my fault. I said it was a perfect
your fault. Yep. Blaming you. Second one. Down it goes, and we're back to 1 again.
They're going to take Phil Carr out of the game now, which I'm a little surprised about. If I'm Coach Matt Lacey, I'm leaving him in the game. He's been the biggest offensive threat up to this point.
Only got 1 foul.
Well, I think it's just giving him a little breather, but you can't have breathers when the season's on the line. You have to leave your best players, especially your biggest players, against this Nuggets lineup.
Well, that's what three-quarter time is for as well. Darko Kelly. Aitchison, good hand in there. Falls to Z. Kamani Lawrence. And now he's headed back to the Chemist Warehouse.
Z Darko Kelly disappointed that he missed that wide open look. And to me, he's a guy who I don't think the Nuggets have worked enough offense for. He's just got 9 shots in the game, missed that quarter one. Good, nice entry pass from Darko Kelly into Kamani Lawrence. And actually, Jet Thompson gets a hand on that ball, but he's actually stepping out of bounds. It's either a foul or would have been Nuggets possession.
3-point shooting hasn't been pretty here this afternoon. Nuggets 4 of 18, Phi 2 of 21. What was that?
Well, that's just the inconsistency that comes with the hitch that Lawrence has in his shot right now. And you can tell. Kamani Lawrence is telling him right now, you can foul me, but you can't guard me. And if I'm the Five, it's like, that's correct, so we'll keep fouling.
It's a fascinating story on Kamani Lawrence with that shoulder mishap as well, which is why he has the hitch in his shot.
Well, great attack off the back of Andrew there.
Dying seconds of this third quarter.
Nuggets have a 2-for-1 opportunity if they go quick.
Darko Kelly. Through hands, Aitchison, aware.
Big rebound by Jaden Boucher there. finding to slow down. They don't want the shot that early.
I'll tell you what, Aitchison let Jet Thompson know all about it before he went and picked him up.
I like it. I like it a lot. He had 2 blocks in the Rapid League earlier. And nothing wrong with that. Kamani Lawrence going to check out of the ball game with 20 seconds left, so he doesn't pick up his 4th personal foul.
Just the lip service, Casey, before the friendly hand is extended.
Well, I think Jet Thompson pretty fortunate to have that blocked because there was way too much time on the clock to attack at that point. Even had he gotten that up, that would have been a tough one to get going into the bucket. But as it goes, Phi have a chance for the last shot of the quarter.
Shot clock inside the game clock. MVP this afternoon. Who have you got? Maybe Jaden Bazant. No, can't complete. Player timeout called.
Interesting there. Like now, they use the player timeout early. They won't have it at the end of the game, but look at the score in this game. It's a 1-point game. Every possession is valuable, and this could be a chance for them to grab the game by the scruff of the neck in the closing seconds. All comes into the execution. Personally, I would have saved it. With 4 seconds left, I would have just shot up a prayer, happy to go in 1 point up at the end of the third. But let's see how it turns out.
Well, maybe some moolah for the Nuggets at the end of the third. There's the QR code. Waitomo looking after Kiwis for decades and decades. Win some free fuel. You know what to do. Scan away, spin away, and win. Nuggets out of the player timeout. Is it a master move on the buzzer of 3/4 time? We're about to find out. Z Darko Kelly, yes, indeed it is. Player timeout is used, and the Nuggets come up big to move to a 3-point lead. Z Darko Kelly with the basket, and is that the one that gets them home today? Here is Z Darko Kelly.
Well, you called that player timeout. Great move. Ended up with the layup. What did you see when you caught that ball offensively?
I don't know. I just reacted to what the defense was giving me, and I took it.
Appreciate the time. Good luck in the 4th. We will be back after this with the 4th quarter in a 3-point ball game. The Nuggets up 51-48.
Welcome back to the Edgar Centre. We have an absolute ripper for you this afternoon. There's the QR code. Vote away your game MVP. Who do you like? Some Sal's Pizzas up for grabs. The Nuggets lead by 3. Here's the coach, Brent Matahari, good enough to join us. Hey, it's going to be a thriller. Season is on the line over the next 10 minutes. What were the words at 3/4 time, Coach?
They were, make sure you hit that QR code and vote Darcy Knox.
Darcy Knox. Well, this explains some of the voting we get if this is the way you're going. But, Coach, at the end of that 3rd quarter, your team uses the player timeout. Now, you got the bucket out of it. How are you, strategically wise, happy with that? Would you rather have it in your pocket for the end of the 4th or just happy to get the points?
Look, to be honest, I mean, we've got to create some separation. So if it comes down to us missing out on a player timeout, then, I mean, it's a low-scoring game. It's 51-48. We need to get stops and need to get scores. So creating separation gives us that opportunity to, make the playoffs, as you said.
Appreciate your time, Coach. We'll see you at the Stand-Up Comedy Club tonight in Dunedin. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, mate, open mic night. Let's have some fun.
Tatui Lewis with the opening basket. There's the MVP right now. Kamani Lawrence leading the way, 31%.
Gotta agree, and it looks like he's trying to continue that activity against a wall of defenders.
And the wall of defenders win out on this occasion, although look out, he's picked it up inside. Can't finish strong.
Well, really nice defense by Carter Hopeboy there, able to defend without fouling. Attack and transition by the Phi.
Wow, back-to-back baskets to open the last quarter. Here they come, they lead by 1.
And look at the aggressiveness of Cruzborough Hunt there. He's in the double figures now, needs to keep that mindset going as Z-Darko Kelly misses the triple.
Lawrence leading from Carr, Jack Andrew with some percentage votes as well. Denham Brook with 11%. Keep your votes coming in, your choice. Love to hear from our fans. Fan appreciation round, of course, in the Sal's NBL. Here's Pero Hunt bodying up Darcy Knox.
Ooh,
basket. Basket.
Oh, he's just coming to play. Cruzborough Hunt looks like he changed his whole mindset. It might have been challenged a little bit at three-quarter time because he has come out with a chip on that shoulder.
5 by 3. Jack Andrew to answer. No, he can't put it down either.
Some very makeable shots for the Nuggets are going wanting right now. And look at the pace that the Fire are playing with right now. Vastly different than the rest of the game.
DeMarcus Holland. Couple of minutes into this last quarter, dominated by the Fire. Stoking the fire, keeping their season alive.
Holland so active defensively, gets the hand on the ball. Denham Brook gets fouled.
Yeah, Z-Darko Kelly called for the foul in the end.
That's all Holland. Marcus Holland there, really active on Z-Darko Kelly, not giving him easy looks, forcing him under the screen, attacking the ball handler as he's trying to drive, then jumping up in the passing lane to get fingers on the basketball. You can see the concern on Coach Brett Matahare's face and the way the tides have turned here in the fourth quarter.
Good news is no players with any more than 3 fouls. Holland using the body of Brook, who slips through to the basket. Tatui Lewis, shot clock at 4, big shot. Rebound, Darko Kelly wants to pick up the speed here.
Nice defense, Aitchison.
Tough pass.
Well,
just not what they needed.
What the Fire doing a much better job in the second half is just packing that paint. When those passes are coming in, you see all that weak side defense coming. Now, the Nuggets haven't done a good job here in the fourth quarter of adjusting to that. They need to pass fake into the lane and look for those skips, see if activity's going over for that.
Phi won the third quarter 20-15. They've started this last quarter 6-zip on the move right now. And they lead by 3. Game on. Foul, Darcy Knox.
Well, he feels he anticipated that well. I thought he got to the spot early enough to make that a no call. We'll take a look at it on the replay. Let's see if he's set. And he's not. He's got 2 hands in. He's still moving the feet. He isn't completely in touch. He was maybe a half step late to be able to get that whistle in his favor.
Both of these teams know that their season is on the line this afternoon. This one is going to heat right up over the next 7 minutes. Pressure. The stakes are high. And the Phi are lifting right now. Bazan stepping back on Aitchison, then through over Coleman. Big basket, Jaden Bazan.
Love the patience. Went to the fadeaway, was well defended, then the step through to the finish. Still had to produce really nice shot making to get that finish and give the Phi a 5-point lead.
And that's an 8-zip start to the quarter. All of a sudden, the Nuggets need to come up with something. Maybe off the hand of Robbie Coleman, no.
Well, it was so cold for the Phi earlier. Now it's the Nuggets struggling from deep, still 4 for 21. The Phi have not hit a 3 in the second half.
Got to be a timeout coming here if the Phi score, surely. Carr. Got to go now. Shot clock at 5. It's in good hands. Jaden Bazant on the move. Pass wasn't good, but he somehow finds Denham Brook.
Oh, that was a great look. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, but it didn't quite work out for JB there.
Surely contact. Yes, goes down, Kamani Lawrence.
Well, I thought that might have been a charge, but instead it is a blocking foul on Cruz Pro Hunt as Kamani Lawrence refuses to be denied. He was talking a little smack last time he was in the line. You can tell he's going to get a little aggressive with the ball in hand. Here's Pro Hunt. You see, not quite in good position because of that step-through move by Lawrence. So it's contact on the side of Cruz Pro Hunt's body, not in his chest, which was blocked from my view. Nice call there by the coin officials as Cruz Pro Hunt's trying to talk his way through. But I think Lawrence avoided that straight-on contact, which is why he got the whistle.
And taken nearly 4 minutes, Casey, for the Nuggets to score in this last quarter.
Well, the biggest reason for me is because they didn't put the ball in that man's hands. You want buckets, give it to him. Give it to your best player. Kamani Lawrence, 18 points now. I'd be working through him. I'd be working through Z Darko Kelly for the remainder of this ball game.
We're at 2. Brook. Bazan fakes the pass. He travelled though. Yeah, well picked up by Matt Bathurst.
And Jim Bazan doesn't shoot it, and then looks off Cruz Pro Hunt, who's been on fire, who now checks out of the ball game. Bazan, instead of uses the pass fake when Cruz Pro Hunt was wide open in the corner. Had he delivered that one, it would have been a great look at an open triple. Instead, turnover, going the other way. Their 9th turnover of the game.
Holland, Carr, Lewis, Bazan, Brook on the floor for the fight. Lawrence wants some space to work, and work he does. The big man, so close.
What he does nicely there is he took it down to that baseline so the Phi could not pinch in. When he has one-on-one, he has the advantage.
Holland now, tapped away, Aitchison.
Much quicker pace here in the 4th quarter. Both teams on the attack.
Smiler getting some minutes in this last quarter. Darko Kelly uses Coman for cover. Denham Brook backs him out. Shot clock at 6. Smiler, can he come up with something special? He can, and he's fouled as the ball bounced out.
It's Tui Lewis just a little bit too aggressive on that one. Need to do a better job with the body as we take a look at the favorites in the MVP right now. Lawrence, Carr, and Cruz Pro Hunt dominating voting. And that makes sense to me, watching the game and looking at the score sheet, but it's going to be Caleb Smiler with a chance to tie the ball game from the Chemist Warehouse stripe here.
Hope Jack Andrew gets a little bit of love from the fans today. 11 points, 8 rebounds.
You know, I listen to you in these MVP votes. There can only be one MVP.
You tell me off for backing the guards all the time. I go for a big fella, and you've cut me down to size.
It's it's a good point. Fair enough.
I thought, yes, I'm going to impress Casey here. I'm going with a big fella.
Smiler misses 2 free throws. A thorn in the side of the Nuggets, just 6 for 14 on the day.
And it's been bad, hasn't it? And that may be very costly in the end. Darko Kelly got a hand on that. Shot clock at 5. Spinning. Holland, step back. No. Big push underneath. That'll go against Tatui Lewis.
Well, I don't know if Tatui Lewis has the bone marrow to dislodge defenders to that effect. But love the defense from the Nuggets. They are so much more active. They're getting out there. There's Tatui Lewis. No foul whatsoever there. That's just Josh Aitchison jumping out of the way.
Well played, Josh Aitchison.
I mean, he didn't even fake it. He just jumped at the wrong time.
Margin of 2, timeout here. Midway through the last. Here's the Sal's NBL ladder, Casey, and it's a really important one for the Nuggets. They get the win here. They stay in touch. The Phi, though, they get the win. They need a lot to go right, but they do stay in touch.
But what actually happens, this is the live ladder, the Hawks are going to jump the Nuggets with this result right now, so they are probably the biggest fans of the Tauranga Whai, not based in the Bay right at the moment. But we're looking back on that foul that happened just before the whistle. Well, it was a little bit of humor in it, in the fact that it looked like a foul, but there was no contact. What it is huge in the game, because that's the 3rd foul on the Phi.
Yep.
They only have 1 more to give in the remainder of this ball game. 4 minutes and 34 seconds left, and that is a long time to play without much of a net to catch you if you make a mistake.
And of course, that live ladder at the moment, big game to come tonight on Sky Sport. Bulls and the Airs, 3 plays 4.
The winner of that game still well in the hunt for a top 2 spot The loser might have to focus on those play-in home semifinals in the first couple days of action in the postseason.
And top two, of course, Casey, is an automatic home semi-final. Out of the timeout, Darko Kelly, bang!
Beautiful design of the play. Darko Kelly points to the bench immediately. That's the play they called out of it. Executed to perfection. Darko Kelly, thanks to the coach for the confidence.
Fourth triple for him, 16 points in the game. They are back in front by one, the Nuggets. They come up with a stop.
Nice challenge by Jack Andrew there. Tatua Lewis can't get the finish, and now the Nuggets again on the attack in transition.
4 to play. The pinball himself, Kamani Lawrence, bouncing to the hoop for 2.
The imports that are available for the Nuggets stepping up late. 5 straight points for the pair that's combined for 36 in this ballgame.
Now the Phi need to respond. 6s and 7s. What do they do from here? Shot clock at 5. In the hands of DeMarcus Holland, and he goes all the way to the basket.
He's been timely with his buckets today. Just 3 for 10 from the field, but he's in double figures now. 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Needs to keep that pressure on the rim when he's got the ball in hand.
What a thriller in Dunedin. Fans are certainly appreciating this one. Jack Andrew receives, has it knocked out of his hands. Here comes Holland. To Brook. He draws contact hard to the basket. And he's going to have to do the work from the Chemist Warehouse.
Start with the defense. Excellent rotation from Phil Carr, getting over and taking away what was a sure 2 points for Jack Andrew by getting a hand in before he can corral it. And then Holland igniting that fast break, but knowing he's going to deliver it to Denham Brook the entirety of the time. And we see it, look at Phil Carr come over and taking away that bucket. Holland in transition, drops it down to Denham Brook, attacks the rim well, and makes the first free throw after it touches every single bit of the rim.
Around the world, not once but twice. Ties it up. Second one, good to go. They lead by 1. Do you feel like some free basketball this afternoon?
I always feel like free basketball.
Overtime?
The good news is we don't have a plane to catch tonight, so we can stay here all night. Let's go triple OT.
All night in Dunedin.
Can we make it quadruple?
Kamani Lawrence, well, that'd be something special. Darcy knocks here into Jack Andrew. Did well, the big fella. Couldn't get the hand on the ball, though.
The shot clock went off. Shouldn't count.
Won't count. Turnover.
And that's 2 plays in a row where they've tried to get it into Jack Andrew. And just enough defensively or a mishandle of the pass has resulted in a less than ideal possession.
Just watching the 2 coaches on the sideline. Pressure is on. Heat in the kitchen is red hot right now. Season on the line. Holland out to Pero Hunt. Now in the hands of Bazant. Stepping back over the top of Knox. Sweet shot, Jaden Bazant.
Well, that's his shot. That's the one he wants to get to. That fadeaway, go driving to the left. To come back to it, create some excellent separation and beautiful shot making on display.
He's got 15.
Lawrence liked that shot. But that's where that in-between game, if you can't get to the rim, it's difficult for them with that injury still dealing, trying to get back from it. A 3-point lead, Nuggets have to have a stop here.
2 to play. Denham Brook from the corner. Sure, that was his shot to take.
Shot clock's running down. I don't mind it. You weren't probably going to get a better look than that without 5, and he's confident in that, but it all comes down to the defense for the 5.
Denham Brook's got the job on Kamani Lawrence here. Pero Hunt on Z Darko Kelly. Good hand, Phil Carr.
Phil Carr again in the passing lane, creating turnovers. And that's a foul on Kamani Lawrence. That's going to be his 4th. Probably didn't want to gamble at that point in the ball game. You're more than happy to have Denham Brook try to initiate offense. There we see the pass from Z Darko Kelly looking for Kamani Lawrence, wanting to get the ball in the hand of one of their best players, but Phil Carr ready for it.
He's done it a couple of times, hasn't he, in this last quarter, Phil Carr. Important deflections. And now the Phi in the box seat. Jittery stuff. In. They settle. 1:20 to play. Don't forget, the Nuggets do not have their player timeout. They used it on the precipice of three-quarter time. Bazant left alone for a deep two. Dangerous.
Big rebound by Josh Aitchison. Three-point lead. This is the possession that decides it for the Nuggets.
Darko Kelly, again the pass to Jack Andrews, slipping to the basket.
Well, we've seen it a couple times with the Phi, the slow roll after creating the advantage. Those bigs, once you hit it, you have to sprint out of it. Darko Kelly expecting that sprint, doesn't get it. Now look for the Phi to use all 20 seconds left on this shot clock here.
I know you're going to hate this as a Nuggets fan, but that's 19 turnovers this afternoon. 19. Just the 9 turnovers for the Phi. Bazant coming up big.
Oh, my.
Foul called. The skipper, Jaden Bazant.
And that's Kamani Lawrence fouled out of the ball game. That is his 5th personal foul. So things just become a little bit more difficult.
What a blow.
For the Nuggets, a double blow at that. Bazant to the line to opportunity to stretch the game to a 5-point lead. Your leading scorer goes to the bench with 20 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and a block to his name.
How good has Jaden Bazant been down the stretch, the captain?
And you know what's impressive? It's come since that turnover he had, where it looked like a game-changing turnover. He gets that travel, he's knuckled down and lifted his team when they needed him most, even after making a play that wasn't ideal.
Yeah, spot on. Splits them from the Chemist Warehouse. Margin at 4, 39 to play. Got to go quick. Bardsley, Aitchison gave up the look.
Oh, I thought he might have taken that one. It's going to be tough to get a better look than that.
Darko Kelly looked good off the hand. Picked up. There he is again. Bazant fouled. Huge in the last couple of minutes, Bazant.
What a rebound for Jaden Bazant. Now 16 points for him, leading scorer in the game for the Tauranga Whai. 4 rebounds, 3 assists. And if he hits 2 free throws here, that may just put it out of reach.
And these are the sorts of things you want from your captain, from your leader. He's back home in Tauranga, loving his basketball, leading this team in their inaugural season.
Oosh.
This is that.
Well, still a 4-point lead. You make this one, it's going to be a 5-point game. 2-possession ball game either way, but now it's a 2 and a 3 if he makes it, 2 twos if he misses.
And he does make it. Timeout. Nuggets, margin at 5. Margin at 5.
So the question here for the Nuggets is, do we go for the quick 3 or do we just go for the best quick bucket that we can get? I'm a big fan of trying to attack the rim, trying to get 2 and extend the game with free throws.
Well, they're advancing out of this timeout, no question.
They're going to be up in the half court. They're going to get the ball in the hands of Darko Kelly, and it's going to be his decision, would be my guess. He's going to come with some all-ball. Does he have the? They ran that real nice action earlier in this quarter, if you remember, where they came out of a timeout, and they took just a little down screen from Jack Andrew that created some space for Darko Kelly. I wouldn't be surprised if we see that one again. But if I'm the Phi, the second Darko Kelly gives it up, I'm denying him. I don't care if it takes away some of the help because the 3 is the killer at the moment.
No Kamani Lawrence, of course, fouled out moments ago. He ends the afternoon with 20 points. And the Phi with a chance to keep their season alive. There he is, Kamani Lawrence. Certainly did his bit here today. Jaden Bazant right in the middle of the screen there. What a last quarter from the captain. 17 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. And as you said, Casey, from that turnover where he travelled, he has stepped it right up for his team.
Let's see what they run. Shooters on the court, Aitchison, Knox, and Darko Kelly.
4 high, it comes to Darko Kelly. Immediately under pressure.
Had the layup.
Man, look at Phil Carr come up with it.
Another steal in the 4th quarter for Phil Carr.
And now
they
settle.
They're going to run out of time. Just keep passing the basketball. The Nuggets have given up.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Can't believe we've just had that much time burnt off the clock.
Well, the Nuggets saying that they actually had the contact and the foul happened. That's where they stopped playing. Jaden Bazant's agreeing with Aitchison saying, yeah, you fouled me.
Yeah, but you played to the whistle.
But it wasn't whistle. No whistle, you got to keep going.
And it's down to 4.4.
Well, I mean, look, not the highest scoring game we've seen this season.
This might be the lowest scoring game we've seen this season.
But a heck of a lot of effort here in the fourth quarter. Defensive masterclass by the Phi. Held the Phi to just, or the Nuggets to just 8 points in the fourth quarter up to this point.
Second half has belonged to the Phi.
No timeouts remaining for the Nuggets.
Haven't got a player timeout, we mentioned that.
And so, well, one timeout remaining, apparently. Apologies to me.
4.4, down by 7.
Timeout to the Nuggets with a 7-point deficit and not much time left, and a stunned crowd that's starting to head to the exits.
Well, let's talk about the Phi. Jaden Bazant, Phil Carr in particular, so good here this afternoon, and importantly, so good down the stretch when players needed to step up.
Well, that's the key, is their performance down the stretch. Phil Carr started this game 1 for 7 from the field. He's finished 4 for 12, which doesn't sound great, but that means he made 3 out of his last 5. He's 8 for 9 from the free throw line. He's got 10 rebounds in total to go along with 3 steals, 3 assists, all 3 steals in the fourth quarter.
Massive steals.
And at huge times, when the Phi really needed to create offense in transition, they were able to do so. This is a team that lost maybe their most disappointing game of the season a couple days ago to the Southland Sharks. A team that's only a team can lose that game and say, well, that's it. We've stuffed it. Our season's over. Just come down to Otago and just let them roll over us. But that is not what they did. They've shot the ball incredibly poorly today. 8% from 3.
Incredible.
2 for 25. But they have found a way to overcome that with will. Doesn't always take the skill. Sometimes the will is the most important thing you can put out there.
What about the Nuggets from the Chemist Warehouse? 6 of 14 at 43%. What a stat that is. 4.4, late shot here. And that will miss off the hand of Z Darko Kelly. What a win. The Tauranga Whai season remains alive. They take down the Nuggets on the road. Huge second half. Congratulations to the Phi. They win it by 7 in the end. Huge down the stretch. Big second half. 38-23 after halftime. Most impressive. They were tested, but they answered the challenge. And they head home where they play the Bulls next week. That'll be a tough one. Game MVP. Oh, Phil Carr's got up over Kamani Lawrence in the end. He was good, wasn't he? 3 steals in the last quarter. Both he and Jaden Bazant getting the job done. And the Phi get it. Phil Carr, 16 points, 10 rebounds, a double-double for him. Jaden Bazant was awesome down the stretch. Here he is with Casey.
Jaden, huge fourth quarter. Can you share with me what went through your mind? You had that turnover early in the fourth where you didn't make that extra pass to Cruz Pro Hunt. Came out after that, and you were absolutely dominant offensively, made some great plays. What were you thinking after that play that led to the improved play down the stretch?
Yeah, that was definitely a bad turnover by me, momentum turnover, I think. So I just try to stay aggressive, not think about it too much, and just play my game.
What's it say about the Phi? A terrible shooting night, 2 for 25, 8% from behind the arc, but still able to come down here and just will out the win. How were you able to do it, and what does it say about a Phi team that's still fighting to get into the postseason?
Yeah, well, we weren't shooting well, so I think we just try to anchor in on our defensive end and lock in on their key guys like Darko and Lawrence there at the end. But yeah, rough shooting night, but I don't know how we got it done, but we did.
Just lastly, Phil Carr, 3 huge steals in the fourth quarter. You guys did it with defense, not what you've been known for the entirety of the season, but able to get there. Share with us what Phil Carr has meant to the team in today's game, getting that one over the line defensively.
Man, Phil does it all for us. He shoots well, he gets us into actions. He's our center of our defense, so, you know, we rely on him a lot. He's kind of out of position. He more wants to shoot and stuff, but we make him go inside, so, man, he does a lot for us, and we appreciate him a lot.
Nothing like sending a big where he doesn't want to be.
Real quick. Hey, shout out Akiva, bro. Get well. I love you, boy.
Appreciate it. Thanks for that. Thoughts with Akiva as well. Great game today.
Yeah.
Well, when the game's on the line and your season is on the line, you want your leaders stepping up. And the captain of the Phi did that here this afternoon in Dunedin, Jaden Bazant. his second half in particular, he came to the fore. His shooting was great, his defense was great, and his leadership was on point. Jaden Bazan inside, outside, his ability on that step back and also to get to the hoop. He led his team to victory here this afternoon. Well done, kudos to you, Jaden Bazan. Cruz Pero Hunt, tough day at the office for him. It matters not, the Phi get home with the win. Cruz is with Casey Frank.
Well, Cruz, coming into that fourth quarter, you were struggling a little bit, but came out in the fourth just determined to affect the game. What was the change in quarters there, or was it just the game finally came your way?
Yeah, I think it was that. I think the game finally came my way. I think I started to be more aggressive off all the catches. I think I got a rebound off my own three, and that kind of spurred that. But again, I think the guys did a good job as a whole, and I think we pulled it together in the end, yeah.
Quite often this season, the Phi have depended on that three-point shot to get them over the line and wins. That wasn't the case today. 2 for 25, 8%. Well, how were you guys able to move past that and still find a way to just basically will out this victory?
Yeah, I think it was discipline. I think we did a good job on the defensive end. I think we held them to quite a bit, to quite little. So I think on that side of the end of the game, we did well. Did a good job. Yeah.
You jumped the Nuggets now, or come close to, in that race for the top 6, still alive in it. What's the focus for the Phi coming down the stretch? I know you want to win, but how are you going to do it? It's going to be grimy and dirty the rest of the season?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I think we got to win every game, and we're going to take it every game at a time. So yeah, should be.
Appreciate the time.
Well, he's a pure shooter, Cruz Pero Hunt, and early in the game, it was really tough going for him. In fact, missed all 4 of his outside shots, but he found proudly brought to you by Chemist Warehouse. Jack Andrew, 11 points, 9 rebounds for him today. The big fella, here he is with another big fella, Casey Frank.
Well, Jack, in that second half, you were able to find a little bit more influence in the game, especially on the glass. As that game came along, was that just the way that you had to concentrate to get yourself involved?
For me, it was more just being aggressive, staying aggressive the whole game, and just trying to crash on the offense, defensive end, and yeah, just being aggressive. That's just my style of play.
Tough game for the Nuggets, still in that race for 6, but this loss makes it a lot more difficult. Looking back on today's game, what's going to be the focal point for the Nuggets to try and improve on moving forward?
Just defense. That's the biggest part. We say it every game, defense on our part. In terms of offense and stuff, that's just how it goes, but yeah, defense for us.
Appreciate the time, Jack. Good luck going forward.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Well, Jack Andrew got his chance this season, of course, with Sam Timmins moving to the Franklin Bulls. And he was involved in this one throughout, getting his hands on the ball inside, being called into defense. 11 points, 9 rebounds for him, pretty much just over his season average. Wasn't enough to get his team home in the end, but certainly Big Jack was there to do what he does best. Loves that little hook, doesn't he? The Phi getting home by 7 in the end as Casey Frank rejoins me. Fan appreciation round, of course, this week and next in the Sal's NBL. Love to see the kids out having a great time.
Well, there's one place in the country that there's no doubt the fans are always appreciated. It's down here in Dunedin. They do a great job post games, involving themselves with the kids, and always a pleasure to see the smiles on the faces. I even got a selfie with a young fella out there.
Well, this is what we've seen so far in round 13. Winners, Tuatara, the Saints, the Sharks, and the Rams continue their winning ways. 13 in a row for the reigning champs. The Giants last night, the Phi this afternoon, and a Sunday evening beauty coming your way on Sky Sport. The Bulls and the Airs. Rapid League from 5:30. Sal's NBL from 6:30 p.m. from the Stockyard.
Going to be a big game for both teams as they're trying to claim that home court advantage as we see the live ladder. The Phi now even with the Nuggets just down on points percentage. Let's see if this win doesn't thrust them up a little further. The Hawks, the big beneficiaries today, jumping both squads and getting themselves right into the mix of the Final Six.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
There's always a chance. Except for the Sharks and the Jets, they do not have a chance.
0 chances. Giants, Hawks, Nuggets, Phi, all in the battle. Round 14, not too far away, of course. We close it down on a Sunday night and we fire it back up. We stoke the fire on a Wednesday night.
Yeah, it's going to be a huge week of basketball. The last couple of rounds of competition, where it all comes down. Starts with the Hawks and the Airs. Both teams coming off and needing wins desperately. The Phi bounce back on a home game with the Bulls trying to extend this victory streak. And then the Airs and the Rams. Questions remain about whether the Airs will be at full strength for that one, but if they are, that could be the game of the round.
Doesn't get any easier for the Phi and the Nuggets, does it?
It does not. The Saints, they will be licking some wounds and trying to take it out on somebody. Unfortunately, that somebody's going to be the Nuggets. Then we got the battle of the 09, the Tuatara hit the road.
Yeah, love it.
First time in a long time. Of course, they're only going about 45 minutes down State Highway 1. Jets and Rams here. Sky Open game next week.
Danger game here for the Giants as well.
And
Danger
the Sharks
game.
are playing much improved basketball with no Dan Fotu on the rise. That is going to be difficult to stop that Shark squad on the interior.
So that's what's coming up in round 14. The Final 6 isn't too far away. I'll tell you what's not too far away. It's even closer. The Bulls and the Airs. A tip, Casey Frank.
Oh, I'm going to have to go with the Bulls on their home court. The Airs without Flynn Cameron going to be very difficult. The Bulls have a renewed vigor in their step after that huge win last round.
Great one this afternoon. Hope you've enjoyed it. The Phi down at halftime storm home